Hey y'all, welcome to another Thursday of Ooh Ladies First. And I'm gonna repeat it, okay? For those of y'all that was in the comments talking about us, hey, y'all be late to y'all on live. You better had liked the video and shared it with a friend so we could all be friends, okay? I need to know that y'all was here already since y'all was waiting for us. Y'all already know what to do. Be sure to follow us on all social media. Jamie, that's me, Bondi Blue, Necey Dixon, and on Twitter it's Bondi Blue Rose, right, Bondi?
Blue Rose Bondy.
Blue Rose Bonnie.
I'm
We
to
need
put it on
to.
chat for
We
y'all.
keep saying we need to edit
We
that.
do.
Okay, and then the other thing that I want to mention to y'all is y'all, sound off in the comments how y'all feel about a Ooh Ladies First podcast because we talked about that last time we recording episodes, and we might as well get it going. All right, y'all
Mhm.
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Hold up. Let
Hey
me do it,
y'all.
y'all. Let me do it because I got it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Love and light and
Okay.
free.
Yeah. I
Oh,
love that one.
Better
Okay,
late
how
than
y'all doing?
never.
great.
Good.
Great.
That's good. My day is running together. Um, which is good and bad. Good because I feel like we was just here yesterday. And but bad because I'm not keeping up with time. I'm like, what is going on?
It be like that.
Hmm. Y'all got
Not
any
knowing
plans
what
this
the day.
weekend?
What's this weekend?
Sunday is
Going out.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, going out to eat with my
Oh, girl. I don't know what we gonna do with
mom-in-law
these
and stuff.
women. I don't know what we gonna do with them. I bought stuff though. She wanted like
I
a
know it's right.
$200 perfume, so I got it
Oh,
for her. But
What
as
perfume
far
is it?
the flower, I think it's called.
Mm.
I don't.
okay.
It's something I've never seen a person, but she asked for it. And when I looked it up to pay for the little thing, it was like 170 some dollars. I was just like, all right, mom, whatever you want, get out of my face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's my girl. So we'll see. We'll see. Because I want to go to brunch, but then I don't.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
'Cause I do, but every time I go, sometimes it just kind of be like, was this really worth all this goddamn money? And it do be a lot of times, but then sometimes it's like,
It
Two
depends.
things. Oh, go ahead, Nisi.
I was just saying it depends because down here it's like I like to brunch for the food and the vibes.
Hmm.
And like 9 times out of 10, the places just be vibes and don't be the food. So the whole thing that set the brunch off for me is the champagne. So if all I'm gonna do is
I'm a
drink,
mofer.
I can do bottomless at home.
Listen. I was like, listen, we could straighten up and have, them two old ladies over here, but then I was like, I don't feel like cleaning up for y'all. Cause I know how I gotta clean up for y'all. And I don't feel like it. Like he not off enough for me to be doing the type of cleaning that's gonna be necessary. Cause when your mama come over to your house, everything be like, all of a sudden she start cleaning shit that you didn't even know was
Girl.
like
Hmm.
just making me feel bad about my house.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Oh, just find something, child.
You know?
Yeah. I know my mom, she's gonna be spending Mother's Day with her mom. So we're gonna do like a brunch or whatever, like when she comes up,
That's
next
what's
week or
up.
whatnot. And then
Yeah.
the mom in law, we're gonna go like somewhere this weekend. But yeah, speaking of brunch, y'all, so me and Nolan went to a brunch earlier this week. And it was during the week. Like we went and grabbed us some breakfast, kind of, and we tried this new spot because the ratings looked good. It was like four something. It was like, I think it was like a 4.5 or 4.8, somewhere up in there. It was 4 point something. And it had like 200 and something reviews. And I was like, well, that's pretty good for a new spot. Y'all, we got there. I ordered the chicken and waffles. First of all, they were super expensive. I feel like it was a lot of money. He spent like 60 some dollars on some breakfast. I got chicken and waffles and a side of collard greens that wasn't really hitting. He got, I
You
think,
want to get
some
no
chicken.
alcohol?
No,
Damn.
exact right. He got some wings, some collard greens, and macaroni. First of all, if the macaroni has the crumbs on the top, I can tell you automatically it's not giving what you think it's supposed to give in my personal. And the location is called Phyllis. So I'm like, I thought Phyllis was
She
black,
put them on
but
Listen,
blast.
it's giving Phyllis is
Don't
white. And
go.
listen, y'all, this ain't a game.
girl.
So look, when the white girl was my waitress, she brought my food out. Y'all tell me why? Because I had got some jam on the side, some strawberry jam on the side with my waffles or whatever. Do y'all know one of the wings like got into the jelly, and this bitch literally took her hand to move my chicken out of the damn. And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, your chicken got in the jam just a little bit. Do you want another chicken?" Yeah, bitch, but it ain't because of the jam. It's because
It's
you
in your
ran on my
fingers.
fucking food. So she goes and she get me another one. And the food was just giving me, and she had the audacity to come back and say, once we were done, she was like, "So how was the food?" I said it was giving every bit of mid. Like it really wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. And she kind of looked like, and I'm like, don't be surprised. Like this shit is
She
disgusting.
wanted
Like
you to
it's just
say
not
good.
good. It was just her. Like she really did. So how is the food? Mid as fuck. Like I don't even.
Did you get
And I
something
didn't
comped?
sugarcoat or nothing. Say what?
Did you get something
No,
comped?
they get nothing
Oh,
comped.
please. I
And
hate.
then they have this thing where they added the gratuity. So we went out to eat outside of Atlanta. So I'm like, I don't really like that y'all trying to do this Atlanta shit
Mm-mm.
when we not
Mm-hmm.
inside of Atlanta where they add the automatic gratuity, ma'am. Like, excuse I said,
Yep.
no, y'all gonna be charging for parking. And then he left a tip on top of that. I said,
Oh,
hell no, I'm glad you paid because I want to did it. I said, well, she probably don't, she probably
that
don't, I
sound
don't know
like
if
Ted.
she get money up from the gratuity. I don't know if she get that. So, I was just, God will bless you. He will, because I would
It
have left
will.
it up a mother.
Not after
Do you hear
touching
me?
my chicken wings. No.
Girl,
Do you hear me?
it's giving slow.
Literally, and she's coming to my table in my face. She picked my chicken wing up, like, oh, ma'am. Oh no, no, no,
Please
no, no,
let
no,
the
no, no,
chicken
no, no,
fall
no,
into
no,
the
no.
jam. Please let the chicken fall into the jam.
Yeah, please just let it go, please. And then brought another piece of chicken, and the chicken wasn't even really hitting. The
I'm
waffle was good. Everything else, you could keep this. She
gonna
said,
tell you.
"Well, should you guys come back? The chef did say the shrimp and the catfish. No, she said catfish and grits taste good." I'm like, bitch, what makes you think I'm about to return for this? If this ain't hitting, I know for a fact the catfish and
Hell
stuff.
no.
I'm so
You couldn't
tired of
serve
everybody
me.
in Atlanta. Let
Want
me
my
say,
shit crispy.
in
People talk
Atlanta,
about the reviews.
I rarely experience good fried chicken in Atlanta, and I'm so surprised about that
Mm.
because you would think a place that's like very Southern Black would have the best fried chicken. And when I
Have
tell
you been to
you,
Toast on Lennox?
no, I have not. But thank you for putting that out there.
Huh.
Listen, you know who else was good? Even though they had reviews online that wasn't Milk and Honey. Milk and Honey was good as a
Was
motherfucker.
it good? I haven't been.
Girl, when we came out there for Ida, we used to keep getting breakfast DoorDash from them. They were really good.
I'm
And
gonna
I've been
check
to
them
some
out. I've been one to, and I've never been.
girl,
That's
listen,
good to know.
it is. I ain't gonna tell people the restaurant that I had went to recently. They had the good Mexican food because
You got a gay kid.
That's how I feel about the one I
Oh,
went to with the
Bonnie,
good
I know why you looking
Mexican.
like that.
I'm gatekeeping the waitress.
I
I'm
said,
gatekeeping the
oh,
waitress at the
Ah,
restaurant. Okay, you know. I'm just saying. Like I don't want
okay.
anybody showing up there. You know what I'm saying?
LOL. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So, y'all, speaking of, okay, this is on the fly. I didn't even mean to add this, but y'all just got me thinking. So, one thing about me, y'all know I be on TikTok, but the other thing that I be in them Facebook groups heavy. Um, anything, I be in the Facebook groups
Girl, you know, Loving Mary's
heavy.
Huntsville. I get flashbacks.
No, I won't
it's
do
so
Love and Marriage
funny.
Huntsville. That's the only one I'm not in. But I will like anything random. So Kanika Jenkins Facebook group. I'm in that group.
Okay.
Anything true crime that I've seen, I'm in that group. I was in the March 2024 babies Facebook group. I was in the Black Brides Facebook group. Like I posted and it's funny because somebody will be like Necey and we'll see my name. Like, what you doing? And so anyway, I was in the March 2024 Facebook group, and one of the moms was complaining about how her mother-in-law basically didn't really consider, this wasn't her first kid, but her mother-in-law has never told her happy Mother's Day. And their Mother's Day as a family has always been celebrating his mom, not necessarily her. Like she'll get the off day. So my question to y'all is,
Oh wow.
how do you think that Mother's Day should be celebrated when a man wants to honor both the mother of his children and his mom? How does that work if you don't do them together? Like who goes first? Who gets the Saturday? Who gets the Sunday? Let's say Sunday is Mother's Day.
I think the wife should have first right of refusal. So I think it should be up to her if she wants to celebrate on that actual day, or she might want to celebrate, during the week where it's not going to be so busy, on the weekends. I think she should have that first right. And if she want to celebrate it together, it's not his day in a sense to me for him to dictate what happens on that day. So I feel like allow your wife to dictate what happens on, like, center that around her. That's what I think.
Um,
Mhm.
for me, I feel like it needs to be a joint venture, but you also need to be doing things before and after for your wife because essentially your big head baby almost killed her. So,
Okay.
you know, so I feel like it should definitely be a situation where Mother's Day is for all of the mothers and everybody gets a gift and gets consideration that day. But you do something special for your wife because her sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, is to you as well. Just like your mother, you feel like, oh, my mother made a sacrifice for me, but your wife is making a sacrifice for you as well. And you're not even her fucking child. Okay.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, I think the wife needs to have something. If you're gonna do it, in a way where you need to make sure your wife is feeling like she's being,
Comfortable.
yes, like she's being honored in that space. She needs to be getting something before and after and on the day of, just to make sure what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
her make sure she got her nails done, spa day before Mother's Day. Then on
Mhm,
Mother's Day,
mhm.
you give her some gift that you bought her. Then after the fact, maybe you'll be like, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? I planned a little 3-day weekend in a few weeks for us to go somewhere. That way you can do whatever you want to do with your mama day of, but your wife feels like she's been adequately blessed for her, near death experience to bring your big head child into the world.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that near death experience because people be playing. But
Okay.
yeah. We got a super chat from Queen Paradise. Happy Mother's Day and joy. God bless. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
I think y'all basically tied it up perfectly. I think it should be up to the mother of that man's children to decide. That becomes the
Mhm.
priority first to decide what day they want to do it on. And if your mama gotta, take the Saturday of the next week, then she just takes the Saturday of the next week. Like that's just
And
how it goes.
I feel like most moms, I would think, would be okay with that because they understand that you have a family now. You
Right.
would expect them to, but girl, if she ain't got no man,
Listen, if you had Martin mama for a mama, y'all know I just did my little not we're grown for the breakup between Martin and Gina. And when I tell y'all, if I had to deal with Martin and his mama, it would have been over season one. It would have been over
mm,
season one. Like that lady was extremely disrespectful, and I don't like her, and he bet not marry. And what you gotta keep for? And Martin know you answering his phone, and y'all, that's such a stereotype. But y'all know it's niggas whose mamas out here will stress you out.
hi, Mama D. How are you?
Okay, Marlene.
Happy Mother's Day.
Woo! All the Capricorn mamas, all you hoes that had children that became Capricorns, bitch. Ray J mama, Tyreek's mama,
Mm-mm.
Martell
I'm
mama.
so
But
glad
you
my
know
baby
whose
on the cusp.
mama low key was like that actually had a daughter was Sister Patterson, New York mama.
Ooh, that lady was evil.
Oh,
That lady
She
was
was like that.
evil. I hated that lady, y'all. When I
Yeah.
when she came on there, it was literally like dark ass energy. And then she had that big ass forehead, the wigs just be sliding back.
But low key, when I watched the episodes a couple years ago, she was right on a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna have to
She was
rewatch it.
oh,
she was right
I
on
gotta
a lot of
rewatch
stuff.
it.
She was upset that her like 23, 22-year-old daughter was on the show dating
Oh yeah, no,
Flavor
Flav is
Flav.
bad. I was more so
yeah.
thinking about her show that she had.
Oh,
Oh, I love New York.
Yes, because she was always getting on New York about her weight and her, you know what I'm saying? Like it was shit
oh
like
yeah.
that I just really didn't like. She to me, she made
Yeah.
New York feel bad about herself. But she was absolutely right about Flavor Flav's ass.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
1000%.
that was cute. This week, y'all, we had the Met Gala. Met Gala. So let's go ahead and get into
Let's
some of
get
the
into
looks.
it.
Mm-mm.
All right. So, this year's theme before we get started, because I know that's what we're gonna talk about. Every time we talk about the Met Gala or something like that, be like, people be like, "What was the theme? What was the theme?" The theme was Garden of Time. So some people was on a garden, some people was on a time. Jennifer Lopez to me was on Jennifer Lopez in a different color.
Mm.
And it
It
worked.
it looked good. It always worked, but this ain't a Garden of Time. It was just do something else for me. And then Lala, none of it is cohesive to me. The half up, half down with the bottom of the dress is beautiful. The top of the dress looks odd, but I like the idea of the lace. It just I'm not really feeling that. And then Ashley Graham, she wasn't on Garden of Time either, but she do look good as fuck, but kind of like in a medieval way. So maybe that's the time that she was going back to. I think Ashley Graham looks good. So what do
I
y'all
don't
think
know
about
who
these
that is.
looks?
Who is Ashley Graham? I went to
She's
school with a person named Ashley Graham. She looked like her.
Plus
she a
size
model.
America's
Yeah.
Next Top Model, first plus
Okay,
size.
that's not the same person. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Ashley Graham, hair. What's going on here? Body is giving, I'm sure. So I don't think she did completely bad on it. I like the little what's those flowers going around. I think she looks okay.
That was the garden part.
The garden, right. It's mid. I'm sorry. It's not, it's okay. I thought Lala actually looked nice. It's giving fairy gothic mother, so I
Mm.
think that's nice. If you're doing like a garden, like dark theme, I thought she looked nice with the lace and the hair. I thought she looked beautiful. I don't think Jennifer Lopez looks bad at all. I feel like a lot of people though was complaining because they feel like she do this over and over. She always wearing the same shit. And I saw a few people like dragging her about that on TikTok. And I was like, dang, was it that bad? I didn't think it was that bad.
It's
But
not bad.
People been dragging
oh,
her a lot lately.
They just hating
they
on her.
have. They
And
have.
I'm not listen. It's been a long time coming. From what I understand and what I've been hearing for years now, J Lo's a bitch. So like I don't, and she's fake. She's giving Drake. You know what I mean? Like remember,
Ooh.
listen, back when I used to be, Jenny from the block, and I'm just like running and my hair's all wild and I'm running in the street. Bitch, you had a coiffed it shortcut. Cut it out. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna start with J Lo. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't give a fuck how many times she wears it. That bitch look good. The dress is beautiful. I love the makeup. I love the hair, the titties, the shoes, the bag, the jewelry. I don't care. It goes. She can do it a million times if it works because right now the shit works. But it is giving like a maybe a ice fairy godmother type vibe, like an ice queen of some sort. So I feel like that's another thing. The theme was like garden, but it's given garden from a fairy tale standpoint, like
Mhm.
maybe Alice in Wonderland. I was thinking, to me, I was seeing a lot of shit that was given more so like Alice in Wonderland, like garden, but also fairy tale type shit. Um, because Lala looks like somebody's evil step godmother, and I don't like it. I don't like the hair because I feel like it's clashing with the neck and the top of
Hmm.
the dress. And I also don't like the way the top of the dress looks. She's posing beautifully. I think the roses, it just looks cheap. Like, and I know it's not cheap. I know it's not cheap, but it looks cheap. Like, for instance, if the roses, because that looks like it's supposed to be like a rose or something at the bottom.
Mhm.
If that were velvet or like more pronounced or something that was popping off of the skirt, I feel like it would have like really hit. But
Like
this,
3D maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
3D floral.
yeah,
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
3D floral at the bottom. But this just felt it left a lot to be desired for somebody that makes so much money and time to look good. You could have just did better. Ashley Graham, yeah. What did Jamie say? The hair, what's going on here? Same. The bayang yang girl. Girl, I don't know what's going on. The hair that's sticking up in the back that looks like it shouldn't be sticking up, but nobody helped her. Also, her body, boobs, everything looks fan fucking tastic. Do I like the dress? No. I like the bottom and the way it's falling off of her like liquid. Yes. But that bodice and the leather, no, not feeling it.
I really like how it looks wet.
I like
I
I
thought it
like
was a cat suit at
I like
first.
the wet at the bottom, but not at the
Yeah.
top.
Hmm.
Just like biker girl. It's giving biker girl at the top. If it were like a shiny wet material like it is at the bottom at the top, I think it would be hitting a little bit harder.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Next up, we got the sisters,
Mm.
Kendall, Kim, and Kylie. Y'all seen people online talking about how Kim low key looked like she's about to pass out on the red carpet because her waist was
Yeah.
cinched so damn tight.
Yep.
but she looks fabulous.
Yeah, she does, but
Yeah, we want you to
yeah.
stop almost dying for this shit. Yeah.
Okay, that's my point. Like the dress looked good, she looked good, but I couldn't even get past that because I was uncomfortable looking at the shit. Like I feel like I was about to pass out low key. So yeah, she looked good, but was it worth it? I don't know. Because I don't think she was the most talked about as far as like this was the best look. I think everybody talked about her because she was about to pass out. So I don't know if it was worth it.
She wasn't the only
Kendall,
one though.
who else did that?
It was a lot of people in dresses so tight that they couldn't walk. Like Tyler had to
Mm,
get picked up to walk up the stairs.
she did.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, but it didn't look like she, got a couple of ribs removed for the
No,
dress.
no, no, no,
Mm-mm.
no.
Okay, Kendall, you know,
Mm.
Garden of Time for me is giving Game of Thrones. It's
Mm.
cute. It's cute. If that like maybe I'm missing some part of the theme. I like it. And then Kylie is giving Holiday Barbie. Just plain. And that's all I have to say about Kylie.
Yeah, I mean Kylie, her fit is cute. I think all of them look nice, honestly. I like Kim's look aside from the waist part, but she also did the same thing when she tried to fit into Marilyn Monroe's dress for last year. Like
Mm-hmm.
she likes to suffer. I hate that she did all of this fitting into the dress only to hide the top part of it with a sweatshirt. I didn't understand that. And I think that Kendall looks beautiful. She kind of makes me think of Maleficent or something. That's where I don't know. It's like Maleficent mixed with Wizard of Oz of some sort. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but I think she looks nice. I think they all do. I think the Kardashians did a good job.
Can I? Mm. I'm gonna just tell y'all, Kim is my favorite look. Kim is giving. I have run back to my white lady, and I am giving, rough wig, soft life. Okay, and it, because the wig is like not done. It's not cooked. She's giving us,
Did you see the braid in the back?
girl, no.
I
Oh
should
no.
I should have took a picture. I should have uploaded a picture of the bag. I didn't notice it, but in the very back of her hair, she has like 3 inches of a fishtail braid.
I
And I
did
was
not.
like, who came up with this idea? Like just at the end of her hair is 3 inches of a
But
fishtail.
what we just, and I was talking about Serena, that video of the lady that was talking about Serena just always. Remember we were talking about how black women that date white men always have something that's slightly disheveled. And then there was the video with the lady who was like, the wig needs to be fucked up, a little lipstick on your teeth. They don't care about ass, so you can cover your ass up and put your titties out. Like Kim Kardashian has changed her mode to being attractive to black men, to being attractive to white men. And white men love you to be super duper thin. They love you to have like, a slightly rough, uncooked wig situation, and they love you to act as if you're not as fancy and clean as black women would be, right? Black women would have every hair in place. They would not have put on this gray, sweater with this dress. And I feel like she's trying to play into that. Oh, well, I put the dress on, and I did what I could with my hair, and I was cold on the way out, so I grabbed a sweater and I just put it on, and this is the look. She's trying to give as if I didn't try so hard, even though we know you did. But either way, y'all, I love it. I love the sweater. I love the hair. I love the dress. Like I hate that she cinched for dear God, but I love the look, like all of it. And I don't know why, but I just do. Don't ask me. Kendall, it is giving Maleficent. That's why I said a lot of this was given fairy tale and not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily garden, but it was given, like witch, or just whatever villain or anti-villain of a
Yeah.
fairy tale is what it was given. The dress is
Mm-hmm.
pretty and all of that, but I'm just not impressed. I also saw a different version of this dress where the collar and that whatever that is on the shoulders was bigger. And honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if it were bigger and more gold, because she had the color change to this browner color, but the collar and that like brown shit was gold. That version of the dress to me was way better than this version. So the changes that she made, I feel like took away from the dress. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of Kendall's. Now, Kylie. Kylie, I feel like you're doing what you've been doing this whole time is copying your sister, my love. I feel like this
Mm.
was like basically a Marilyn Monroe type of look. It did not match the theme. But it was an opportunity for you to show off your body in your old ass face. Like, can we talk about how she looks older than Kendall and Kim, even though she's younger than both of them?
Oh my.
And I had to say, I beg to differ. Kim been looking a little aged lately.
I mean, you can see it here in Kim's face, those
I mean, you
lines
can
around
see
her
it.
mouth.
Yes, but also she's like how much older than her? And look at the lines around Kylie's
Kendall,
mouth.
Kylie's eyes.
Yeah,
I
look, I
see it
was
in
just
her
That
eyes.
you took the words out my
is
mouth.
the filler migration. That's what it is.
Mm.
No, for real. I've been seeing it on TikTok. Them fillers, after you get them for so long, sometimes they start to migrate in different parts of your face, and you start getting these pockets of where
Ooh.
you could see the hollowness of where it used to be. And I think what we seeing with Kylie is the filler migration.
It's
Damn.
bad. That and you know
Hmm.
what? It takes me back to in the 90s when we used to always say black women don't do this shit.
Mm.
And when you're young, you shouldn't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Don't do
Mm-mm.
too much. Because if you do too much, you're gonna fuck it up and you're gonna be looking old before you even get old. Because essentially, even at Kylie's age, Kim looked way better than that.
Mm.
When Kim was her age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. People was doing less of that back then, for
Like she
sure,
had
for
a
sure.
nose job. Like I think that was like the first thing that Kim got was that nose job because she didn't want to look as, I guess Middle Eastern
Ethnic,
or whatever
but
ethnic. Yeah,
looking ethnic.
exactly. You want to look brown, but you don't want to have the nose of a brown person. Girl, go to hell. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, no, I feel like Kendall did it the right way. Kendall was like, nah, I'm gonna use this face as it is, and we gonna work it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because her cheekbones are cheekboning, baby. That's the real reason she giving Maleficent.
Hmm.
Y'all
Yeah,
remember
she look
Maleficent had
good.
the what is it? The cheekbone looked a little bit more, extravagant for lack of a better term at this moment. But yeah, y'all, Kylie needs to pull back on the work. Like,
Yeah.
you're too young. Oh,
Okay.
girl.
Child.
So we got Naomi Campbell, Lizzo, and Zoe Saldana.
Mm.
Zoe looks a mess.
Zoe is in
She
the wig of a woman married to a white man, and that's all I have
ye-
to say.
okay. I was just about to say that it's giving hard wigs off life for real. For real. It is because yeah, ain't no way. Y'all, this shit amazes me every day. Like when I see people at the Met Gala, I expect them to have access to more than just the Style Seat beauticians. And it looked like she went and got this wig off Style Seat. Like she found anybody to just throw it on. This is a 4x1, 4 inches back, 1 inch wide. So I'm not feeling the dress, but it makes sense. Y'all, low key, I like Lizzo look. I've seen a lot of people
It's
talk
not the
about it.
top, right? You like the bottom, but not the top.
No, I like the top.
It look like a dog collar.
I like the top. It looks like the end of a mermaid tail, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like a tulip? Like a brown tulip? I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I like it. I feel like it just looks like art to me. But y'all know Lizzo also was gonna show y'all that she been working on her body too.
Okay.
Her waist
Yeah,
is
I noticed
snatched.
that. Yeah.
She look good.
And then Naomi Campbell, she looking like she do this all the time. She didn't
Mhm.
want to come dressed up. I don't have to do too much. I've been to Met Gala 50 times. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
show up, pulling something out my closet and serve face.
And that's exactly what she did. She don't look bad. Not on theme, but she doesn't look bad at all. I like this color though. Um, yeah, Zoe, and why is you wearing Chloe? Zoe, it's a no for me. I hate everything about it from the tired wig. The wig. The wig is one of them wigs you had thrown in a box and you just grabbed it and threw it on your head and threw some fabric on with some heels and said, let's go. It's just terrible. I hate it. I don't like anything about Lizzo's fit. I think she looks great. And she looks like she slimmed down a bit, but I really don't even understand her. Like she looks like a fish. I don't understand what's happening. I don't like it.
Bondi.
Sorry, I was muted. I didn't know. I agree. I agree. I think Zoe looks a fucking mess. And I don't understand why you even showed up if this is what you were gonna do. The boots, girl, what the fuck is you going through? Like,
Yes, the boots.
like it's given I'm going through something in my life and somebody told me I had to be here, so I'm here. But it's given I'm not doing well. Um, when it comes to Lizzo, I do love the fit of the dress, the color on her skin tone blending with those like flakes of peach and pink and all of that. I do think that is beautiful, but that headpiece reminds me of when a dog has to not bite his nails.
Mm.
And that's what she looks like to me. She looks like somebody has to stop her from biting her nails or whatever. So they put something around her neck. She also looks as if she may not necessarily be able to breathe with that around with just that opening of her face.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I feel like somebody should have been like, yeah, no, bitch, take the headpiece off and add more to the skirt or more to the bodice of the dress and give me a good hairstyle, bitch. Give me a flowing hairstyle. Naomi is just like you said, Jamie. I do this all the time. I'm just here because I'm Naomi Campbell. I pulled the dress out of my closet. I already had it. That's what it's giving. It still looks beautiful. I love the color, like you said. Somebody said in a comment, she looked like the rain. And I'm like, yeah, that's basically what it is. She might fit the theme simply because she looked like she got sprinkled on the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay.
Mm. Yo,
What?
I really love Nikki. I'm not even gonna front on her. This picture.
Oh, this was your reaction to the pictures. I didn't know
Yes,
what.
everybody else is terrible except for her, and I can't believe I'm saying that. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I tried to put the floral party together. We got Erica Badu, Nicki Minaj, and then Cynthia Arroyo, I think. I'm butchering her last name.
Enrivo.
So
Is it Cynthia Enrivo, right?
Enrivo, maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
Okay, yep. So yeah. This is a really hard slide to digest all at once. I don't even know what to say about Erica Badu. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's on brand for her, but I don't know how to digest this to say how I feel about it one way or another. I'm gonna move on.
It's giving
Uh,
Alice in Wonderland.
In a mattress.
Yeah, she
yeah,
on theme because she's standing outside that garden, that Alice in Wonderland garden.
You
She's
that
know,
so
makes
this
sense.
pretty.
was only one of her looks. I believe she might have had 4 looks that night.
Mm.
Oh, really? And I know
Yes.
Zendaya had two, but I didn't know that people really be doing it like that.
I'm gonna send you
Um,
some stuff from the other stuff she did because I think I wish she would have chose a different look for the red carpet because some of her other looks were better.
hmm. Yeah, Nicki Minaj looked really good. Beautiful. I love everything about it. I think she executed the theme, really good. And then Cynthia, I think her outfit, I like the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I like it on her.
Mm.
That's what it is. I like the outfit. I don't know if I like it on her.
Mm. Yeah, I don't actually like this one at all. I do feel like she looks a mess. I'm sorry. Nikki, no, Nikki looks beautiful. When I saw that, I was like, oh, I love this. I love the yellow, the little foil flowers and stuff she got going on. And Nikki loves being connected to like her
Asian
bangs.
culture.
Yes, Asian culture. She loves that. And I think she looked really, really good. I felt like she redeemed herself from, was it last year? I think it was the last year Met Gala where she wasn't giving that good. It didn't go over too well, but she definitely redeemed herself this year, and I thought she looked so cute. I was like, I love this. And yeah, I think that Erica has a beautiful face card is not declining.
Hmm.
However, I don't like the outfit, but I guess she came on theme, child. But yeah, no.
Okay. So I sent you the DM so y'all can see the other looks. Because there was another look with a hat that I feel like was way better. But this looks a mess. She looked like a comforter set. And I know that Badu is very serious about her art, but bitch, you look like a Latina grandmama's. You look like my abuela's bed. That's what you look like. You look like the sheets that are under. Y'all see how she got like this different shit on her shoulder and then this different shit on top. It gives that the sheets on top and the sheets underneath. Cynthia and Revo, I was looking at it because the top part, the soup part, I actually thought was nice, but the rest of this shit seems calamity. You look a mess. Um,
Yeah, one of the comments said I can see her look on Billy Porter, and that's exactly who I
I
thought of when I
literally was
saw the
thinking the
outfit.
same. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree. I agree.
and I
1000.
still wouldn't want to see Billy Porter's abs.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, y'all, it does seem like something that would be. But and honestly, the men ate on this red carpet. But Nicki Minaj surprised me because I feel like a lot of times it's like Nicki doesn't even want to pay people to dress her. She just want, do some stupid shit and come out and do the shock jock thing. Cause right now, Nicki is giving me. I remember when she showed up to the award show with the sleek black hair and like this beautiful black dress, just looking like a regular black girl after years of dressing like a cartoon character to every red carpet. That's what this is.
Mhm.
Like you finally showed up looking as gorgeous as you are. Like she looked, when I tell you, as soon as I saw this, I love it. I love everything about it. It's on theme,
Mhm.
the color, her makeup, the way her body looks in the dress,
Yeah.
her pose, her makeup, even the Harajuku Barbie hair. I love it. It all goes. And I'm just like, thank God, bitch. I've been waiting on you to show up the way I know you could. Because Nikki is like literally one of the most beautiful women, you know what
She
I'm
is
saying, in the industry. And she
for
just
sure.
never seems to like always or fully do herself justice. This does.
Yeah, somebody be fucking her hair up. I don't know who it be, but it be pissing me off.
They be wrong,
All
girl.
that goddamn money that lady got. I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing? I know y'all
Nikki
getting
giving
paid.
her like reality show bitch wigs. Like, where you can tell it's a wig and she
Yep,
deserves better.
I
Okay.
agree.
So that's the first look of that's the look one that we saw. Look two, I believe, might be the one that we have not seen that I think was like probably the fit that people probably would have been more inclined to like. That bag is cute as fuck though. Yeah, this look two.
I don't think that was a bad one. She could have went with that.
That's what I'm saying. Watch when they really show you like her walking in it and shit. Like
Oh,
it's giving skull and bone, but it's still like yes.
yeah. What something? It says
The
Sleeping
flower.
Beauty.
Okay.
I like the look of that better, but I don't know if it go with the theme. Besides the fact that showing the flower.
It's given like a
A withering
blue.
away rose,
I
a
would think
white
blue
rose
princess,
fading
but
away.
yes, yes, that's what it gives. And then this was the other look, which I felt like was just still like a better look. Period. The hat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this better. I think I
Mm,
like this the best.
you better walk, bitch.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't know why she came out in a comforter. Like
That is a beautiful woman. Erica is
know,
very
and
beautiful.
it's crazy because I feel like even though we knew Erica was beautiful back in the day, she was such in her natural space that she did not wear a lot of makeup. So you just saw Erica. Now when Erica actually be putting on makeup and doing the most, you find out how like really gorgeous she is.
Look at Usher getting
Look,
hypnotized.
I was just about to say is that Usher.
Now he getting hypnotized. I'm hollering. Her daughter's gorgeous too.
Puma,
Oh
yes.
my gosh,
Hmm.
yes.
And that was another thing I saw. This
I
over
don't understand
exaggerated.
what the back is. Yeah.
Cardi B did the same thing, and that's why I said it's Alice in Wonderland. Because if you remember the
No,
Alice in Wonderland, the bodice of the queen's thing was like, exaggerated.
that's literally who I thought. I was like, yep, giving Cardi B. I like that song.
Yeah.
But other reasons was why I saw that, and I was like, oh,
The hat
giving
too,
Cardi B.
the headpiece too.
Who the hell is this?
Somebody that
The
matter.
girl, I was wondering the same thing. All I
It's a
seen
Rick
was
Ross.
teeth.
Teeth and
Somebody
bone.
said demonic vibes. Why? Because the
Oh
lady
Lord.
people don't be demonic just because they don't believe in dental health, y'all. They probably
Mm.
European where they don't have no fluoride in the water.
Mm.
Child.
I'm just saying, have y'all noticed like English people have terrible teeth?
The girl.
Mm.
Low key, I.
English?
Yeah. The other countries
No,
don't
I'm
put
not.
fluoride in their water, so they teeth be looking all kind of ways fucked up in comparison to American people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Girl, they be having all kind like English people. They teeth be doing all kind of shit. Go pay, go find them, especially if they're not black. Okay, if they're not black and they white and they from like Europe or England or some shit like that, them teeth be
It's
yellow,
crazy
confused.
because I
What
put
was the
English
boy
people
name?
in Google and everybody smiling with their mouth closed. Like,
What was the boy name from that movie? That old school movie? Can I have a cup
yeah,
of porridge? Y'all don't know what movie I'm
God.
talking about?
I can't remember the movie, but that
It's like a singing. It's like a musical
Was it
almost.
Annie?
No,
Was it
damn, I can't remember.
Scrooge?
No, it's the poor boy, the poor little boy, a little white boy. Can I have a cup of porridge, please? Girl, I don't know. It's gonna come to me. But
yeah,
they used to make us watch that in school all the time.
Oliver
But I
Twist.
can't remember.
Oliver Twist? Right.
Yes,
We had
Oliver
to, I had to
Twist.
type that in. Like, what is this?
No, somebody put it in the comments. Oliver Twist, A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
No, for real. Teeth was bad in A Christmas Carol when Jim Carrey was even in that. When Jim Carrey did it, it was like, what's going on with the teeth? But yeah, they
uh,
don't put fluoride in the water, and they don't believe in dental care in the same way that we do out here.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, we got two more looks. Let me put
Oh,
up
wow.
these last two slides. So, um, I wanted to discuss Taraji, y'all. Because I hate it. I hate it. I wanted to discuss
And
Mm.
it's fun.
just I love her hair. Face is beautiful. But to me, I couldn't help but wonder, like, y'all know she was engaged and all of a sudden she called it off. Like, was
Hmm.
this the dress you was supposed to wear and you just wanted to wear the dress or you had it like reconfigured for this? Because it's giving wedding. I'm
Mm.
not getting Garden of
Yeah.
Time at all. It's giving what wedding designer hosted you on this red carpet. I'm not feeling it.
Mm-mm.
Um, Kiki
Mm.
Palmer, beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love the outfit and her hair, her face card, everything. Tiana, beautiful. When does she not look beautiful? It looks good. You get thoughts.
When you look
Let's
at
get
her wig, I'm sorry.
Hello? Because that's the first place I'm going. Like, everybody talking about she ate down, but that bleaches ain't that wig up. So what's really getting ate?
low key.
Okay.
I
Mm-mm.
liked it. I seen another picture of her with the wig on and it looked good to me. Not
She
in
The
would look
aesthetic.
better.
edges,
She would look
they
better
didn't
with
pluck
her
that
hair.
enough. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
the
Like,
density is on 500.
And she
it
needed
is. So bad.
a dark root. She needed a darker root if she was gonna go blonde like that. I can't stand when black women like do the white woman yellow blonde hair without the crescendo of brown at the root. Like, no. Mhm.
Wrong. Wrong.
Go ahead.
Kiki chewed. She chewed the hell. She's beautiful. Hair, everything. It definitely was given like mummy. So it's not
Mhm.
necessarily on theme, but whatever she was going for, she served. I don't know how I feel about Taraji. I think face is cute. The dress is nice. I think it might be the big red bow on the back. For some of the stuff that I've seen so far, I just feel like, I mean, Taraji couldn't have did that bad.
It look like Day of the
Um,
Dead. It look like Day of the Dead. It do.
that's it.
Uh-huh. It looks like a Day of the
Mm,
Dead costume. Or,
it looked like she trying to go down the aisle. You talking about Taraji?
yeah, Taraji.
Mm,
Because the
embarrassing.
flowers in her hair and the red
Yeah.
bow is giving Day of the Dead. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know how they have the skeletons, they'll have flowers around them or like red
Mm-hmm.
flowers in
Gotcha.
their
The
clothes.
skull
I
candies.
got y'all
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Taraji is definitely given. This was the dress I was supposed to wear to get married, but I was like, bitch, I'm gonna use that dress, put a red bow, put some flowers in my hair, and boom, we in the garden.
Exactly.
Looks pretty, but I don't like the red bow. I don't like the fact that the flowers are not the same color as the bow. Like, why do you have pink flowers in your hair and a red bow on your back? That clash.
Mhm.
Um, I'm trying to understand what the point of key like. it's giving mummy. And but it reminds me of Tyler who was doing sand. So that's why I'm
Mhm.
like, time. Are you thinking mummy because basically a mummification is, a time thing, I guess, on some level when you think about
Mm,
it. Death is the end, and mummification is the prolonging of the body even after death in time. So I'm wondering if that's the connection that she was making, because I can go deep for you, you know what I'm saying? But essentially, she looks great, but I'm trying to find where it connects. And I think that Tiana Taylor's dress is gorgeous, but she would have looked so much better if she would have had a short black haircut with this.
I agree.
This blonde wig is terrible. And then the fact that her baby daddy slash almost ex-husband was in the comments talking about, I ain't gonna tell her she ate, but she ate. Nigga, you want your old lady back. Shut up. Because she ain't eat
oh
with your
gosh.
kids. You know it.
Yeah.
Now hold up, wait a minute. Somebody said that red is another person behind her. Bitch, I'm dead.
No, that's what I thought at first, but I don't know.
Oh, and Barry sing.
No, I don't think so though. If you really look at it, it does look like it's coming
I
from
don't
her
know.
gown.
I'm about to type her. I gotta pull her
Yeah,
up
let's see if
then.
we can find the
I
back.
don't think
A
it's
solo
somebody.
fit.
I think that's a part of her dress. I think I seen it on her
No,
Instagram.
that's somebody else behind. That is somebody else. That's
Oh,
somebody
okay.
else. I'm about to
Yeah,
send
no,
you
because I'm
this
looking at
link.
the picture.
Yeah. That's somebody else behind this woman.
Okay, that makes all the difference.
Not for me. Not for me.
I mean, in the clashing of the roses, I'm gonna
I
tell you
think
what
this
it
is
is.
see. It's definitely giving wedding dress for sure.
It is. But she
And
looks good on video in comparison to like on the red carpet. Like the video of her, she looks gorgeous.
from this shot, I changed my mind. It doesn't look that good. The dress is actually ugly.
Oh,
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially the brown where it's supposed to be
Mm-mm.
mesh. It
Yes,
yeah,
looks
that's the
cheap.
part for me.
it looks terrible. Sorry about that. Yeah. Mm-mm.
I just sent you this video though. Yeah, on the red carpet, it's not giving, but the video of her, she does look radiant.
Oh,
In the
let's see the
face, yeah.
video.
And the flowers, her
Yeah.
makeup, and the, her rings, her nails.
Oh wow, she looks beautiful in the face.
Yes. But even this shot with the bodice doesn't look as bad. I think that the green lighting on the red carpet is reflecting off that dress in a way that makes it not look as good. I know that it's other things about it, but it is something about that green light that I'm seeing behind her that I see reflected on her dress in that other picture that it makes it look like it clashes. But
Wow.
again, I don't like that nude mesh.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Well, I mean, they try. I try to show all the main looks for the Met Gala. These I just wanted to flash on the screen and give the big dresses a shout out because they couldn't be in the slideshow with nobody else.
Girl, why
And
is
then of
her
course I
picture?
had to show Cardi.
Mm-mm. I didn't
No,
like her.
thank you. Yeah, no, this one it right here, Cardi. I'm
The
sorry.
green one was better, but I still don't like the shape of none of this. Did you get Divine?
Mm-mm. No, I didn't get that.
Damn. Okay. I'm about to pull it up right quick because I just wanted to get
Yeah.
y'all opinion because Divine I thought looked very beautiful. God damn. I'm trying to remember how to spell her name right. Uh, Divine. Fuck it.
Who?
I'm gonna
Loretta?
Fashion Bomb Daily. I'll go to them. Uh, so I can find it because she was another big girl. And I feel like sometimes the big girls do looks that make them look like they can't breathe. And she do that all the time. But I liked it in this
Is
look.
it DA''Vine? Is that it?
Yes,
Her?
that's what it is. That's how you spell it. I'm literally scrolling down Fashion Bomb Daily, but if y'all got it, pull it up.
Yeah, I'm about to send it to Necey now.
Okay.
Okay.
Girl, Serena looked a mess.
Shit. Are we
Yeah,
surprised?
I wanted to spare her. Cause I'm like, when did Serena hit a red carpet and we not talking about her team failed her?
I
Oh
should have sent
Lord.
that.
That's
Hold
all
on.
they do.
You sent it on Instagram, Jamie?
Yeah, do the second one I'm about to send you. Not that
Okay.
long link.
This is what made her look is what made me think it was like villain, like either the princess or the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she looked like a evil queen, but a beautiful evil queen. it was given the European version of "Don't you bring me no bad news" out this motherfucker. Yes, red wig.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
The skirt
Yeah,
was
it's given what do you call it? Fairy tale,
yeah,
Disney.
but
Mm.
it
Hmm.
was good.
Garden of Time. Yeah, it's
I was
pretty.
loving the red hair on her too. That shit was popping to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a close up of her.
Yes,
If
that
you want
close.
the close up in the face, Necey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just sent that.
Medieval Rapunzel villain ass bitch. I like it though.
The breast is pushed up for the guys.
Girl, don't look down. You might drown. That's
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Hmm.
Is that denim?
I don't know.
no. Let me send y'all another picture in the DMs from Fashion Bomb Digger. It's like a straight on. I sent it. Yes, Ursula. It is giving a Ursula vibe.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought this. Yeah, this is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She
Yeah,
look
I
good.
like that.
that was one of my
I
favorite
like that.
looks. Yeah, it was
Hmm.
some about like the blue and the fit, but also that wig. When I tell you, bitch, that wig, that's how you do a wig.
They did a good job.
Hmm
Mm-hmm.
She looked nice.
This how you do denim, Ice Spice at an award show if you gonna do it. Remember when she
Yeah,
popped up at the goddamn Grammys in that jean
I
dress,
remember that.
talking about
Yeah.
it was archive for what was it? Fat, not Fat Farm,
Who?
Baby Fat.
I thought he was gonna say Brittany and Justin. That's what she was doing.
Nah, it was. I mean, it
But
might have been, but the look was a archived Baby Fat. Like, girl, get the fuck out.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I love it.
Well, all right, y'all. Let's get into a little bit of gossip.
Hmm.
Hey, stop her. Hush, hush. Silence in the name of Jesus. Lift my hands into the only voice I want heard is his.
Hmm.
So pray.
Okay. Thoughts on? Do y'all think he was wrong? Was he wrong for this? Silence in the name of Jesus. Let me tell y'all, I'm about to start saying that now.
At first, I felt like he was absolutely not wrong. I didn't think he was wrong until I listened to his interview with Tamron Hall, and I have questions.
I'm gonna
He
tell you.
said that this has been going on for
I'm gonna
4
play it.
years.
I will play it, Jamie.
Play it, because I mean,
Okay, go
Wait,
ahead and play it
so
now.
far, I'm gonna say no. Just from this clip right here,
Okay,
initially,
so
I
far.
say
and
he
I'm
wasn't wrong.
and I'm gonna say yes from this clip. And the reason
Mhm.
why I say yes is because when he said, "I only want God's voice to be heard," and then proceeded to sing, I was like, "So
Oh,
who's
I
voice
ain't catch
God's
that.
voice?" Because I mean,
Well,
I be paying attention to the preachers, and the preachers a lot of times like to put themselves in the place of God as it pertains to how the fellowshipping worships them.
Mhm.
And you can't tell me no different for the man in the mega church married to Shawnee O'Neal.
mm.
So I feel like yes, go ahead.
I didn't feel like he from this clip alone, I didn't feel like he was wrong. Only because I grew up going to church with one girl that was like this every single week. And I remember as I was a kid, I would say to my mama, like, what's wrong with her? My mama would say, she just wants some fucking attention. So low key, I was like, I kind of understand where he was coming from, but let me go ahead and play
Before you
this.
do that, I just want to
Yes.
highlight when he went over there to tell her to be quiet, she started to calm down. She started,
Yes.
like, ooh, ooh. So it's like, okay, so you're doing too damn much. Oh,
Mhm.
okay, okay. But let's keep going because this is where I feel like he
Okay.
was.
Okay.
Story.
Yeah.
So tell me what happened there.
Well, social media is into cuts, not context.
Yeah.
And every suggestion that I got from every naysayer, I've already done. This is a 4-year battle, right?
Oh, this is ongoing.
This is ongoing. So I've already
Literally.
talked to her personally. I'd already had ushers go up to her. I've already had prayer warriors. I've had everything. So she did it publicly after being asked not to.
What is she? Is she cry? Is an emotional?
Well, as a pastor, I know the difference between disturbance and worship. And what people have to understand is that every time you hear a noise in church, it isn't worship. And so there has to be order. For instance, it's okay to applaud in this room right now. But if somebody got up and just started clapping right now, I'm sure somebody would bring order to the room.
Yeah.
And so what I did, brought order to the room so people could hear God and not her. And I'd do it again if I needed to.
Wow. I always tell people.
You
I'm gonna
should
go.
need to. You should
I'm-
you should remove her. If that's
Hello.
like for 4 years, like I think you should have a conversation and tell her, I want you to be able to worship how you need to worship. And I want you to feel comfortable in that space. So with that, when we get ready to get to this portion, we'll have somebody to escort you to wherever because she gonna holler. And my thing is, you don't be knowing what be happening in people's life and what God saved them from that causes them to holler every time they get to that moment. I
true.
don't know, but that's where he messed me. It's like you keep saying that you approached her, and do y'all know in 4 years how many Sundays they have had that she has attended, and you're going through this over and over again, and your means is always to, hey, stop her. Like you should have something else figured out now if it's that much of an irritation for you. So I feel like him saying them 4 years was a cop out, in all honesty, and that's where I feel like he was wrong.
Okay. So I saw people saying that's a reach. I'm also gonna say my name is on the screen at some point. Please spell my shit right. If you're gonna be talking to me in all caps, bitch, spell my name right.
Girl.
It's on the screen. But this is my thing. It's not lost upon me that this woman is performing, but so is he. So if somebody were saying amen, 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 giving praise to his performance, he would have nothing to say. But because she's trying to outperform him right now, he needs to go over to her and check her in front of everybody. It was a way to use humiliation to shut her up. At the end of the day, if this lady is causing that much of a disturbance, why is she still in your choir and not out in a crowd with everybody else? Because she was
Right.
on the stage. You could easily say, listen, ma'am, you're doing too much. We appreciate you, but you can no longer be on stage because you take the attention away from where it needs to be. 4 years, my nigga, that's because when she was doing all of that screaming and it was making you feel like whatever you were saying was being felt, you were okay with it because she wasn't disrupting your performance. But now you're trying to give your solo portion of total praise and she fucking it up and you trying to remember the lyrics. So you're going to go over there and check her the way you did, which I found low-key disrespectful simply because if you are a pastor, there's supposed to be more compassion for people that are having these types of moments. So if it wasn't really about your ego, then why didn't you have that lady put back into the rest of the church 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago? It's because when she was doing all that extra shit for your benefit, you was cool with it. So as I said, I feel like he was performing. She was interrupting his performance and his ego, which is why I didn't like when he said, I only want God's voice to be heard, and then proceeded to sing. Nigga, that's not only God's voice. Make it make sense. Okay?
Mm-hmm. See,
So
I
not a
understand.
reach.
Who? Somebody said you were reaching.
You know, they always say I'm reaching because they can't think as much as me.
I understand where you're coming from, but I was thinking of it from a point of his job is to lead everyone into worship. And as you mentioned, she was distracting from what his job was to do. So I kind of understand feeling like, hey, me as a leader, I'm trying to get everybody on pace. and you're the only person that's out of the single file line. Please get back in line. Silence in the name of Jesus. I understand both ways. Some of the comments were saying that she had been doing it, I don't know, about 4 years, but I
That's
can
the
see
thing
it
that got
off the
me.
stage.
Because if you're trying to lead them, he need to lead in a better way and lead her off the stage into another room so she can worship if she chooses and holler as much as she want in a soundproof room. That's
We
just what
didn't
I
do
would
that
think.
to our people in our church, and I grew up in a Catholic church. And when Miss Imelda went into her Jesus and running up and down the aisle, you let her run up and down until she fall out into somebody's arms, and you catch her, and it was a moment. Hallelujah! We knew that lady was performing because it was only her that did it, but everybody still allowed her the space to have the moment because at the end of the day, the real compassion that's supposed to be happening in the church is that sometimes people really do need attention because they don't have it at home because
Listen,
nobody's around. And so there should be more compassion in the way a pastor is handling a woman that obviously has some issues. That's all.
yeah, I know. Like when I was younger at our church, it used to be when I went to different churches, but like when I would go to my grandma's church, because she used to be one of the ones that's jumping up out her seat. And then falling and doing this extra stuff, child. It really was coming off as competition in the church a little bit of who can yell the loudest in the church. I don't know if that's what this lady was on or what she had,
Right.
but he need to figure out that's not his culture, right? So like the culture they created for the church my grandma was at, everybody could get up, holler, do what they gonna do, and y'all compete how y'all need to compete when it's over. She the only one in there hollering. I don't know if she was trying to compete and feel like God did more for me than he did for y'all, and that's why I'm screaming so loud. But I don't feel like he was wrong initially, but you do need to figure out a better way. Because I don't see how you can be in that position for 4 years. I feel like you ain't got that much of control over your church a little bit. It's your job, but with your job, you should figure out how to make this good for everybody. Because I'm sure those people next to her didn't want to hear that shit in their ear as they trying to talk to God. I won't want to hear that. Every Sunday I'm hearing you scream. Don't sit me next to Sister Patterson. I don't want to be down there because she's too damn loud. Like you, and I'm sure he got complaints. If it's been going on for 4 years, he got to do a better job with that.
Yes. And that's why I said I feel like he liked it on some level because at some point you're preaching and somebody in the audience is giving you all of this great feedback. They might be louder than everybody else, but they feeling it and they showcasing that the spirit is moving in the room. But then you start to notice that they doing it every goddamn Sunday around the same time. And you starting to feel, all right, bitch, you done did it too many times. Nah, we know it's a performance now. But essentially all of that shit is a performance. And that's what I'm getting at. That's why I feel like you can't put him on too much of a pedestal with the way he handled that, because it should have been a little bit more discretion or compassion instead of like that humiliating moment of watching that camera pan to this woman and him, hey, shut up. Like it was giving out color.
That's a great point, Blaze. That's what I was saying. When he went over there and said, stop her.
She said, oh.
She started quieting down. And I'm like, you know you out of line. You know you wrong.
Exactly, Jamie. Exactly.
You know what she was doing.
And then I have a mistrust for any groups like that, but specifically there are people who find a way to get their ego stroked, whether that's in any position of power. But people do that in church. They do that when they decide to join the choir. They do that whenever they decide to be a preacher. Sometimes it's not always about the Lord. So that's why when he told her to shush, and his point was, you know, he can tell that what did he say? Something like everything isn't worship. Right. Yeah, he can tell the difference between distraction and worship. I understand where he's coming from with that. Because people be doing the most. That's
why you need your church ladies, though, to put up their 2 fingers and come in with their hand behind their back and strong on this bitch to another room. That's the type of churches I went to.
I want somebody to make this a meme. If I see you this, that means you too loud.
No, they have, Jamie, because somebody sent it to me already. Silence.
Please send it to me.
I didn't find it. I just seen it.
No, I'm mad because they had me singing Total Praise on my live today, bitch. That used to be my song in church. So you know, every time it would come on, I would cry. That's low key why I was like, she doing too much. But every time they would sing that, and they would sing it at the end of church, every single time they sang it, Lord, I will live. They would go into it,
That's
girl.
a beautiful song.
It is. By the time we get to total praise to you, bitch, I'm crying. So like I feel like where are the ushers? Yeah, somebody said the ushers failed. That's
Yeah.
like, what's going on
For sure.
in the politics of this church? Where are the ushers?
Listen, you are Caribbean gal. You are. That's my. If you're talking about the Kirk Franklin song, I think that's the Kirk Franklin one. You are.
You are the
That
strength of my life.
is everything.
Listen, I was on
Oh,
live today
she might be
singing
talking about a
gospel
different
music
song.
with the chills, bitch. I was like, child, listen, I can't stand y'all talking to me about the shit they say in that book all the time, but I'll come and listen to y'all sing. Oh yeah, give me the spirit, okay? Listen, it's communal, beautiful spirit. Give it to me. Thank you.
Okay.
Y'all know that
Yeah.
too, right? That's what they say about
Right.
church. Like, you know, people try to like separate from science when it comes to that, but the actual communal experience of church releases endorphins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Like
sure.
and I feel it. Like that's why, like, even though I don't necessarily jive with all of the principles, I would still go to my church
Yeah,
because
there's healing in that.
yes, in the community of it, and they, especially if you have a church that's like built in the community of the people in it, there's a love for each other or consideration, even with messy shit. There's still a love. You know, the girls get pregnant and they wasn't married. Y'all was talking bad about them, but at the end of the day, those are the girls that show up and help with church. Okay, I'm not showing up. They showing up. Y'all shouldn't have said nothing when that girl got pregnant. Okay, but ultimately, you know, I do find the value in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like I don't like mega churches, because I think it makes it impersonal. And the way he handled her low key was in an impersonal kind of harsh way.
Yeah, I understand it. The
It looks you
yeah.
snapping at a motherfucker. Like, who are you to be snapping at somebody? And then y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a visual person. The suit, along with his demeanor, bothered me because I'm wondering how much that lady tied to come to y'all church and act a fool. Cause y'all know the ladies that listen. I'm just saying, but like the women who act a fool in church, they tied a lot. They will be at every service and they come in to get their attention. They come in to get their ego stroked and all of that. But they be giving the most money to the goddamn church, which is probably why it's been going on for 4 years and he ain't said shit. Or at least not said enough, not removed her, because she be coming there with 10% of a good check.
All right, I want to show y'all something else. So, Tom Brady Netflix roast. I did not watch it. I opted out. But this clip was going viral. So let's viral-ish. Let's talk about it.
The great Ron Burgundy, huh? A whale's vagina, which reminds me, Kim Kardashian's here. She's had a lot of black men celebrating her end zone. Kim, word of advice, close your legs. You have more public beef than Kendrick and Drake. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Netflix. The great Ron.
Okay. I see Bondi. So some people, you was ready. Okay, some people were saying it's a roast. What do you expect? People really was like siding with it, like, oh, you come there. This is what you come there for.
But whose roast was it? The fuck?
Thank you. I was not feeling that at all. I was actually uncomfortable the longer he spoke. When he first started talking about whale's vagina, and then he started talking about black men, then beef. It was gross. And he really went there. I wasn't here for it. I think Kim looked uncomfortable too. And Jamie, I'm looking at your face.
I'm just
very
shocked that
curious.
he even said that. Like, I'm just like, whoa. I know it's a roast,
Yeah.
but
It's
I
a
feel
new
like you
day.
could have roasted other things. You could have roasted her attire, how she was looking on some of her Instagram photos. Like, I feel like he used that roast to really say what he really wanted to say to her and just let people laugh at it like that shit was funny. Like, that's wild. I was not expecting that. That's
I
crazy.
didn't like it at all. I think they used that platform to slut shame her. And I
Yes.
Yeah.
low-key feel like they paid her to be there. Like, I don't think she would have, like, I think, when we think people just be showing up to shit, they actually be being paid to be there
Mhm.
because their presence brings more views to something. Kim Kardashian being there probably brought more people to watch that shit than they would have. Because I don't give a fuck about Tom Brady. You think I give a fuck about Tom Brady's roast? Even with Kevin Hart hosted, I didn't give a fuck. It wasn't until I saw y'all boo that lady. It
Yeah.
wasn't until I saw that joke, and then Tom Brady has another joke that he comes up and says, and it just reminds me that y'all mad at Kim Kardashian for two reasons. Because you can't fuck her, and she had babies with black men. With a black
That which is also
I
interesting
agree.
considering the fact that we just talked about Kim and her trying to conform into what is desirable for these white men. And they're basically letting you know that you could try that all you want, but we don't want you over here either.
Nope, because once you've gone
Yikes.
over there to the black men, now you've made yourself undesirable to them. But the truth of the matter is, their dicks probably would not agree with them. And that's why I don't like when men do that to women, slut shame women, because it's usually women they would fuck if given the opportunity. So don't get up there and talk about,
Absolutely.
between her legs and all of that when you wish you was between that lady legs. You want to know what the hype is about.
That is wow. I'm shook. I ain't see that
And
clip.
the man talking, hold on. The man talking was Tony Hinchcliffe. For I don't know who that is, but yeah, he was the
Child.
one who said that about Kim. It wasn't Tom Brady. It was just Tom Brady's roast. Tony Hinchcliffe was one who said it.
No,
Well, he was
but
damn sure unhinged.
Tom Brady said the shit about her kids being left at home with Kanye. Like she didn't want
Now,
to leave her kids at home with Kanye.
She
to me,
didn't
I
want to
felt
leave the
like
kid.
that.
Like, or she was
Yeah,
worried because she left them with him.
Oh,
I gotta
oh,
find the clip. But basically, he said, "Yeah, I know you were probably worried about two things tonight. One, you had to leave your kids at home, but more importantly, you had to leave your kids at home with their father. Basically, like, oh, you don't want Kanye keeping your kids." But that was amongst the lines of like a roast to me. Then talking about this lady vagina.
yeah, I would think so.
Mm.
I would think so.
But it
That's
did
crazy.
kind of direct you into the way that they're really mad at her.
Oh yeah, for
It
sure.
was about the fact that she went and let Kanye slut her out. That's, I
And,
mean,
and, and that's crazy. Cause y'all went tripping when it was Ray J first.
no, they was
Mm.
tripping into. They was
Mm.
tripping into. She hadn't had any real white men since then.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think they mad at the fact also that she was able to create such wealth for herself in the process of that. Like she wasn't supposed to be able to affect the culture, period. Because as much as she's a culture vulture for us, she's greatly affected the white girls' culture.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know it.
Pete don't
That's
count.
what
Pete
it
She
was
is
is.
definitely
born.
their standard.
Somebody else said Pete don't count. Pete does not count. We don't
He
know what the fuck
doesn't.
Pete is.
Nah, he beige. He beige white.
And not only that, he was a rebound that pissed off Kanye because his dick was allegedly bigger. So yeah, that's
And I
not,
still feel like that was a contract
Oh
and it was
hell yeah.
never supposed to go far at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was just her way to, I guess, the easy way for her to try and segue to be over into the white sector of some sort.
Well, she was
She,
with the
she
one
came out
mixed
better
boy.
being. She
She
should
was
have
with
been
the
with
mixed boy that
Travis
was giving
Kelsey.
white.
yeah, Chris
Chris
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Again, still
Oh, yeah,
black,
that was
half
first.
black,
Yeah.
biracial. Not black
Yeah.
biracial. I'm getting out of calling people black if they biracial because it's not the
She
same.
should have went with Travis Kelsey instead of what's that girl Taylor going with him, and then
Ugh.
maybe that would have been
No.
better. You don't think so?
Oh no.
That probably would have been a bit more acceptable.
It wouldn't have been because what I always find is they both like to be tokens. You never see the two tokens together, even though it would make sense for them to be together.
Ooh,
Because
you
they want
think
to feel
Travis
so
is a token?
hell yeah. All the black girls on the internet talking about
It's
Travis,
his
and he knows
line.
that.
He getting his hair cut by a
You
black man.
right.
I'm sure of
You
it.
Yeah.
right.
He knows that. And him dating Taylor to me almost feels like and the white people know it too. That's why they're pitting Taylor against his ex-girlfriend and making it like a rebellious move for him to date a white woman. He should date white women. Black women ain't mad, but y'all think y'all sticking a finger to us because he back to with his people. Yeah,
Nobody.
he know he a token for sure.
somebody
And
said Chris was
then
not
this,
black to us, but also he was not white to white people. So y'all need to understand that too.
that's truth. He damn sure was not.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, they're mad. Now who else is mad? I can't stand this man. I can't stand this man. It's really bothering me to even jump into this. But I want to talk about Brian McKnight again, unfortunately. Um, so he made a video in response to one of the comments that he had got on a TikTok video. I'm about to share screen so we can see it. Um, and the comment says something about the ones that keep saying, "What about his other children?" So he responded to the video and he basically spoke on removing evil and negativity out of his life and basically doing what the fuck he got to do to move on, like positive vibes only. If that means removing his children from his life, his first children, that's what he gonna do. And that's basically what he says in this video. So Ricky Smiley saw the video and he responded. And I also think that this hit a hard spot for Ricky Smiley because he lost his son this year.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. So let me show what Ricky Smiley say, and then we're gonna figure out how the fuck Tyrese even involved himself in this. So let's move on from that. Let's see what Ricky Smiley has to say.
In the same video. So we just want to say to the kids, stay prayed up, stay close to God, and understand that God is your real daddy. He's all of our real daddy. He's our daddy's daddy and our granddaddy's real daddy. We serve an awesome God that will see you through anything, and that will see that that you will supply all your needs. He's a heart fixer and he's a mind regulator. And I know he's a mind regulator because it's been days where I feel like I was going crazy and he get my mind right back on track. So just continue to love God and continue to trust God and lean on him for everything that you don't understand. And don't even when when things like this are said, it's a bell that cannot be unrung. So if anybody know Brian McKnight, kids, sons, and daughter, we really celebrate dads where I live. And in my household, we had over years and years and years have raised kids that don't have a dad, or dad got killed, or just, hey, I don't want to be a dad, everything they need, but I know that y'all are older. But if y'all ever feel any kind of way, or you feel unloved and need male figure, father figure, it's people out here like myself, and I know I can vouch for my brother from another mother, Ben Crump, and others. We would be more than happy to have you. You are not thrown away. You are not garbage. You are loved. You are to be.
Okay, so Ricky Smiley is just saying we here for you.
I just want to say to Brian,
hold on, let me go back.
cheating McKnight kids.
Oh, same
All
thing.
of his kids.
All right. So Tyrese, why the fuck are you here, Tyrese? You like how did you get involved in this? Okay. So let me just show what Tyrese said. This was projection, like I don't know what, because it had nothing to do with him. But let's go.
Fidelity or the physical, emotional, psychological abuse. They're going on and going into specific details with the child or children because they do not understand the line between being a specific parent. A father and a mother is not friends with a child. You can develop a friendship with your child or children, but that is not your friend. That is your son, that is your daughter. Not to ever have the roles or the dynamics of the roles to ever be crossed or blurred.
What does that have to do with this situation?
You can't go out tonight. Why I can't go out tonight? I'm blah. We all know what it is.
And if we have that the reason why Brian ain't good with his kids is because of the kids.
Yeah,
I don't know what
let me
try to do.
He's projecting.
Watch the next clip. He's projecting, but the next clip he talks about badass kids.
Adults or even grown folks are enmeshed, and there is parenting alienation between the man trying to alienate the child or children from the mother, or the mother brainwashing and poisoning or trying to
Brainwashing.
brainwash and alienate the kids or the adults from the father. That is a
Father.
real thing. When you are enmeshed, which again, you should Google it by definition, read it on the airwaves to educate people. When parents are enmeshed with their kids or teens or young adults or adults, they lose sight of the dynamic
Check
between being a parent and a child or children. They talk to them about everything. They go into all of the specifics and details or young adult.
He mad because his kids know the dirt he done did in his marriages.
Hell,
So let
forgive
me
me.
show y'all
What I
what
want to address.
damn, I'm gonna pull it up, but I need to show y'all what Brian McKnight's son said. Brian McKnight's son done stepped out of chemo to respond to Tyrese. This man said, I didn't have chemo, but I got time today for your ass. So his response, it says, Tyrese used to sleep under our pool table when I was a kid. Period. I know the 90s R&B brotherhood is thicker than anything, but you should sit this one out, champ. You have relationships to fix with your own children and your own past decisions you made on behalf of pussy and power. The allegiance to those two things is what keeps you guys from seeing that the only thing that matters in the end is family. Real men can see past the bullshit. Let me stop though. This 46-hour chemo infusion has me ready to fade, Jody. That's not right. So, Tyrese, he responded, he didn't respond to this, but Tyrese had responded on this Shade
What I
Room
want to
post
address.
with a long ass story. Now you see
Oh,
this comment, that's cool, attack me. What more do you want from me? I'm not reading all this, don't worry. But basically he's saying that people are attacking him for his beliefs, and everybody's just like, okay, now you the victim, blah 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 blah. We get this every couple months with Tyrese. I'm not understanding, and I really think he should sit this one out. I think Brian McKnight is sick as hell to speak about his children in that way, to where he can just rid of them to start a new life, to start back at one.
It's also attached
um
to his new religion. He's become a 7-day Adventist that tells him that whatever kids you had when you were not a 7-day Adventist were basically had as bastard children out of wedlock. Which is
Oh,
why
what?
he said that. Yeah.
I didn't know
wow.
that.
Yeah. Tasha K. Excuse me. She talked about it because she talked to his kids at some point.
Mm.
I don't think they've put out an actual interview yet. But she said, like, that was like the thing. He's become a 7-day Adventist. And a part of that religion is them viewing children that they had outside of the religion as bastard children, whether they were married or not. And y'all know
Wow.
that he was married to his 2 sons' mother, cheated on her, and had the daughter. And she, like, also accepted the daughter into their family. Everything was fine up until, I don't know, maybe 2018, a little bit before then. And because his sons were like on the road with him, they were performing with him. Then he gets with, I'm a 7-day Adventist, and that is not what we believe. Okay, listen. If that's not what y'all believe, that's fine. But that's what they said. It was like basically centered around him entering in this new religion. Y'all know how niggas love to use religion for their benefit when they want to, act out their vengeance or whatever, right? Like, so it doesn't matter if that's not really what they say in the religion. He's using it as a way to call his children evil. And the way he is basically, validating that is through religion. He was already a 7-day Adventist. He went to college for 7, but he got kicked out. Him and his wife got kicked out of school because they met up in each other's rooms back then, and they got kicked out of that school. And then he went into singing. She was also a part of the music industry. I've recently read up on them slightly, but I do feel like this does kind of like hit the way he's all of a sudden thinking about his children in this way does remind me of the way people act when they've been inducted into a cult or something. You know how just like, you know, push all of it. If you're not in this with me, then I can't have
That's what
the
Leah
whole
Remini said they do in Scientology.
psychology. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I was confused by the 7-day Adventist thing because I'm like, why would he consider his kids as bastards when he did marry the first mom and had children with her? Why they gotta be bastards? He just, I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. It's hard for me to not link this to some type of colorism and him being a self-hating person,
Mm-hmm.
giving off anti-blackness like that.
The
I'm
new
just,
wife is
I it's
Asian,
having
right?
a hard time,
Hawaiian.
huh?
The new
Yeah,
wife is
she's something
Hawaiian,
like that.
right?
Yeah. And then for you to already have a son named Brian McKnight Jr. and then you go and you name your other son the exact name, like that is some messed up stuff. And that man has some psychological issues going on with him. Um, but yeah, Tyrese, you always sticking your nose in other people's stuff, and then when people drag you for it, you often play the victim, and I don't understand that. You
Hell
saw
yeah.
something, yeah, oh, attack me because I have an opinion. What he said, attacking him for his views and stuff. No,
Yeah.
they attacking you because you jumped on this and used it as an opportunity for you to project about your own matters. Like, you really don't need somebody else's story to tie in what you got going on, because it's giving, look at me, look at me, look at me, hear me, hear me, hear me. This is what's going on with me, 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 me. And it ain't even about you.
Mm-mm.
Like,
He
fall
just sold
back.
on himself. Your
Please.
kids
Don't
don't
even
speak for
know what's
you.
going on. Right.
Tyrese is another Capricorn. And as I have learned, Capricorn men are some of the most toxic, narcissistic, energy vampire, soul sucking ass motherfuckers you could ever meet.
I thought it was Scorpio man.
You would think so, but it's Tyrese, Ray J, Martell, and,
Ooh.
and Scrappy are all
Mm.
male Capricorns. That was enough right there to
When
prove.
I was talking about Scorpio
Are they
man in
January
particular,
Capricorns?
I'm not sure, but I know all of them are Capricorns. Because somebody like pointed, you know, we looked it up one time. I
I've
feel
never come across, well, I haven't come across any bad, like male Capricorns. For me, it's been the women Capricorns I've been having to look at sideways.
typically that's how it is for me too. I can't do them. I can't.
I'm gonna stay out of this with my mama a Capricorn.
Well, my mama is one too. I give her sideways
We had
look
that in common.
sometimes.
And wasn't both of
Come
our
on,
mamas,
JT. It'll never be the
You
old
said what?
days.
wasn't both of our mamas hairdressers too, Jamie?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Jamie had a whole bunch of comments. Y'all thought we was gonna be beefing, bitch. It's hilarious.
I
Anyway,
be thinking about that. I be chuckling. I'm like, why y'all? Yeah, why y'all think we finna beef?
because
Why
we
it
have
Yeah,
seems
strong
to be that
personalities.
problematic? I just be
No, I'm gonna
wondering.
tell you, they
it
think
was
women
because of
are strong
Potomac.
alone. Yeah. Oh no, I thought it was about Kenya.
No, I think, well, for me it was Potomac because I remember before I got
Maybe it
on the
was
panel,
Potomac.
everybody was warning me. Oh, Necey, he gonna get on this panel with Bondi. Don't switch up. Oh gosh, don't don't.
They
People
said
was
that.
girl. When I first joined Scotty's panel, like when I told them I was gonna be on, the people who was on my channel before I was on Scotty's channel was afraid. Like basically the goodness that they had in me was gonna be gone the day I met Bondi.
Oh wow!
People do me
Damn.
like that.
They
Damn.
did. They did.
Listen, you know
Damn.
I'm always the bad guy. It's cool.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So bad guys. Oh my gosh, this makes me wonder. I need to research this while we're looking. Y'all know I like The Bachelor. I also like The Bachelorette. So I was watching The Bachelorette when Rachel Lindsay was the first Black Bachelorette in 2017. Um, to this day, to me, Rachel Lindsay goes up as the only Black. Well, no, there's a second one that came after her, but Rachel Lindsay is the only one that I feel like is my type of Black. I like who she is as a person, even though she chose Brian. A lot of people try to give her hate because she didn't choose a Black man. If y'all actually watch The Bachelorette, the second Black Bachelorette, and I know there was a mixed girl, Michelle, but I'm talking about Black. Charity, she picked a Black man, so we got that with that. But I like both of them; they go up. We're not gonna talk about the Black Bachelor. He moved down to Florida and chose a white girl that was wearing what's the slavery time that starts with an A? Amina, da 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 da. Y'all know what word I'm looking for? What is the
Abolitionist? What?
no, it's like a theme, like a theme of like slavery time, and she was in college and the pictures came out. I can't think of the word.
Man.
But whatever. He chose her. We're not gonna talk about him. So Brian and Rachel got married. She chose him.
Antebellum.
Antebellum. Thank you
That's what
so
they
much.
saying in the chat.
What oh, okay. See, I be needing y'all to connect the dots with me because my brain is still being repaired back together. I'm 9 weeks postpartum. Anyway. Yes, she chose Brian. Brian was a chiropractor from Miami. And y'all know how a lot of people do when they go on these shows. When you join The Bachelor, you don't have to work after that. Even if you don't get chosen as the next bachelorette, you end up going on Bachelors in Paradise, or you end up just picking up a bunch of sponsorships. So Rachel didn't go back to practice as a lawyer. She was a host, and Brian didn't go back to being a chiropractor. But he filed for divorce and it came out of nowhere. Like, she was literally just doing interviews maybe 6 months ago talking about them trying to have a baby. So we have no idea how this divorce came about. She was literally just posting about him. She was promoting a book that she had written about them a long time ago. Overnight, it was just like that. So they still live together during this divorce. He's asking for spousal support. He claims that he only made $16,000 last year. So he wants her to cover his $75,000 in legal fees, but he also wants the spousal support so he can continue to live the lifestyle that he's been living since he's been with her.
Wow.
Thoughts on Brian?
Wow.
And I need to figure out what his zodiac sign is.
Wow. You had said something earlier. I was trying to remember what it was that I wanted to mention. Dang, I hopefully I
not
cannot.
working.
Oh, I know. Thanks. I was like, who does this sound like? The fact that a divorce was filed and she's out here living her good life, right? Don't know what's going on. She's promoting a book. Okay. She out here doing her thing. Oh, we trying to have a baby. Girl, it's giving Jenny Mai, but the
I
reverse.
knew you was gonna say that. Yep.
But that is crazy. And, I was just talking about this earlier. Like, when I think about Portia and Simon, I feel like when a person is seeking a divorce, in my opinion, I don't think that the other party should really have to pay for the divorce fees, depending on the situation. But I feel like you wanted this divorce, you pay for it. Like, why does this person have to pay for your, because Portia wants Simon to pay the $50K, and it's like, girl, you wanted a divorce, you pay for it. But anyway, same thing with this woman. Like, I don't think she should have to pay for what it is he wants, and I feel like he plotted on her this entire time. And when they start having those talks of having a child, it's like he knew that this could be something that could potentially tie him to her forever. And now she's publicly going out saying this. Oh, whoa, the real woman that I'm actually dating is going to hear this, and she may think that I'm lying and try and run off or whatever. So I feel like that's why he filed for that divorce, for real, for real. I really do. He been plotting and planning on this lady the whole time. I feel like he had a whole nother girlfriend somewhere else, somebody he was really trying to be with, and here we are. She's being faced with this divorce. It's just crazy how you could fake for so long. I think he liked her, but I don't think he was like in love. I think he cared and maybe thought it would grow.
Her family didn't even want her to choose him. When I watched that season, and I was so mad she didn't choose Peter.
Watch it.
It was girl, I don't remember. It was 2017. So it was the final two was Brian and a white man named Peter. I loved Peter. Peter was given like, he wasn't given like Travis Kelce white. He was given regular white boy, but you just happen to have a bunch of black friends. And the reason why I felt like she liked Peter more, but the reason why she didn't choose Peter was because Peter said that we can leave this show engaged, but I can't tell you that we're going to get married because this is only a short frame of time. This is not real life. She didn't want to live in that realism. And that's what I liked about Peter. Because I'm like, he's not with the shit. He know that this is Bachelor Nation, but he not going to sell himself just because he on this show. Meanwhile, Brian was like, yes, we will get married. And her family was not really feeling him. And she chose Brian anyway. And here we are.
Wow. I can imagine the way they're holding their words in from saying, I told you so. I hate this for her. This is so embarrassing.
It just
Oh,
reminds me that it doesn't matter what color the man is. If you want to live in delusion, you're gonna get taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what
yeah.
I feel like based on what y'all saying, because y'all know I don't watch The Bachelor. But based on what y'all saying, and his beard is giving, you thought he was going to be the white guy that was going to attract the black women. And for a black woman, if you with a white guy that other black women find attractive, then you feel like you did something. But essentially, these white men can turn out to be just as exploitive as you found some black men to be. Because I feel like sometimes people think once you go into white man land, all of a sudden you're not going to have to deal with some of these issues. And it's not true, because the socialization of men is happening, period, for them to use women as stepping stools if and when they can, if they don't do better, if they don't seek to be better. So in this situation where we're on a television show that's being used to exploit us, like, yeah, to me, she even stupid for trusting anything that was going on this show, to the point that you would marry a man straight off that show. I would have had to be with that nigga for at least a year or so after the
Oh,
show.
she was.
Oh, she
She
was?
was. Yeah, yeah. When I tell you he played the long game, he played the long game. They didn't get
Oh,
married like immediately after.
oh, okay. So he tricked her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, girl,
And
you
see,
gotta
that's why I'm wondering what's the law on like divorces? Like you have to be married. Like, is there anything that says you have to be married for oh so long, and then after that you get 50% of this or that? Like, because I just feel like he had a whole agenda, a whole plan in place. It's just not
They were married
making
for 4
sense.
years.
But I also feel like on some level, and I hate to say it like this because I know men do the switcheroo on women all the time. But I also feel like to some level, you ignored something, because there's no way that you could fake genuine, real deep connection if you are paying attention to it appropriately. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I just hope she learns from whatever happened in this relationship so she can know when somebody is faking the funk with her, because it's fucked up.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Hate it for her. I hope he don't get a thing, honestly. And his mama was one of the most toxic mamas. Not
Oh,
not most, but you could tell she had it. I won't say most because we didn't see it on the show, but you could tell she absolutely had it in her.
red
So
flag.
yeah, y'all go ahead and watch that if y'all ain't watched her season. But yeah. Okay, y'all do us a favor and like the video, and then we're gonna get into some TV talk. All right, y'all. Summer House Martha's Vineyard is still one of my favorite shows. It's kind of like a weird lapse in TV right now where it really ain't nothing coming on like that. So I get to like a Friday night, I'm like, what is coming on TV? What's coming on TV this weekend? Sunday, there's no Potomac. That wasn't really given. But I'm like, okay, Martha's Vineyard is on. So a couple things happened this week. We come off the heels of Summer showing her ass. Noelle and Summer finally have a conversation. And y'all, I really like Noelle. I think Noelle had a lot of patience when it came to Summer. Summer was obviously jealous of her. She didn't, to me, it seemed like she didn't want her taking her man in the house, man, air quotes, because Alex was never hers. She didn't want her being of interest to Alex, and she also didn't want her creating friendships outside of her. Noelle was being real nice to her, almost too nice. And I was like, girl, you're doing too much. But Noelle peep game. And she said in her confessional, it will never be the same. So I applaud her for that. Thoughts on Noelle and Summer. And then I want to talk about Mariah and Amir.
I love Noelle as well. Just seeing her personality, I was just getting a kiki. I was like, see, I could hang with you, Noelle, girl. I like you.
Mm-hmm.
What I loved was I feel like a lot of people don't do this enough in friendships. When a person does something wrong and crosses them, they don't really take the time to evaluate the friendship. I feel like it may cross their mind, Like, I don't like what she did, but then they just continue to hang out with the person and just like brush it off or whatever. I love that Noelle lets that sit. And she's like, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I'm gonna take a step back. Like, I think we need some. I love that so much because Summer needs to learn a lesson that you can't just be up here going off on people, getting drunk, doing what you want to do, and think the next day all you got to do is apologize. I do feel like this, and I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. I feel like if you can remember what it is that you did the day before, you wasn't that damn drunk, in my personal. So you coming
Uh-huh.
back apologizing for your behavior, you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
You pretended that the alcohol was really, affecting what you were doing, but you knew what you was doing. You thought that you could do that, come back, apologize, and all will be well. No, ma'am.
The
I
alcohol was the
love
platform.
how Noelle said, I'm trying to show up for you and show up for myself. Like, I got shit going on my own. I loved it. Loved it. I said, you better be on your grown woman now. You look like a damn fool chasing behind Alex, a goddamn fool. But you redeemed yourself at the end to be able to focus on yourself and step back from that friendship.
Yeah.
Although I think it was nice of what's his name, Preston, to want to show up for Summer. But I just feel like you can't let people just always do shit like that. Like, get them their space
Oh
that
my
they
God.
deserve.
Preston. Yeah. Bondi, let me know what you think about Noelle and Summer before I talk about Preston.
I think that I'm tired of Summer like being physical with people. She did the same thing with Bria, and Bria just forgave it, but continues to hold Mariah feet to the fire
Sad.
about something that wasn't even that fucking serious. Is what Summer did. I think Summer is when Noelle was like, I think it's something deeper than that. Yeah, you don't know who your daddy is and all of that shit, but essentially, I feel like you was acting that way with Noelle about Alex. Like, remember the person he shared my body with and all of that shit? And you brought your friend and your friend checking for him. I feel like she been waiting for the opportunity to seek out her or at least let her anger show towards her because that don't make no fucking sense. You in here talking about how you in here talking about how this man was playing you to the left and you fucked him and all of that. He didn't invite you to this. You felt away. And now you got a close friend that you done brought on this show and she's seeking out a relationship with him and you gonna act like that don't bother you? It's cat. I do feel like on some level, it was really centered around Alex and like, yeah, I have some shit going on with me personally, so I'm gonna get my angst out on whoever I can. I think Summer
Exactly.
apologizing to people and acting like she didn't do what she did is to me a signifier that she's probably gonna end up with not having a lot of friends because eventually people just gonna get tired of that shit.
Mm-hmm. So my thoughts on Preston. I feel like Preston and Jordan should have been upset at what Summer said about Summer said you don't want to be friends with them. That relationship is really draining. They should have been upset, but to me, it came across as though they were trying to save face of how strong their friendship was. Summer, who is it? Summer, Jordan, and Preston. To me, I feel like they trying to be the it girls of the house. And if Preston really took offense to what Jordan had said, then that would be cracking the face of the group that they had. Because I don't know, but for whatever weird reason, Summer sees the group that Shanice, Noelle, and Bria has as competition. So I think that's why he didn't want to like even mention it. Kind of just say, oh well, it's fine. I understand. No. Yeah. Okay. So next, Mariah and Amir have a conversation about the conversation that she got into with Bria last season, where she ended up pushing Bria about the mixed laundry with the dog stuff. Amir was the one who mixed the laundry together and never came out and said it to Mariah. So she felt like Amir was at fault for the situation that they got into last season, or that he should have at least said something. And to me, I know a lot of people was mad at Amir. They was calling him anti-black because he with Natalie, but when he had that conversation with Mariah, I sided with Amir simply because a couple episodes ago, Mariah, it was clear to me that she wanted to get back on the show and be in the presence of the group. I always thought she was a real one until a couple episodes ago. When she sat down and talked to Bria and they low-key decided that the reason why they got into it was because of Amir, to me that was whack. If you was gonna get mad at the girl, you was gonna get mad at the girl. The same way that Bria could have sat there and told you, "I'm not the one who mixed the laundry together." Why would y'all decide to put it off on the mirror? It just seemed like an easy cop out for y'all to say, "Oh, let's move on." You weren't wrong, I wasn't wrong. Let's blame it on somebody else, and I wasn't really fucking with that. So I agree with the way Amir handled it. Like you decided to react in that way, so I don't think he's at fault, whichever way it go.
Yeah, I understood. I feel like with the sit down, I definitely understood more of where Amir was coming from. But I did, from what I could recall, and y'all remind me, I did feel like that NIGGA waited too late. Like he waited too late to say that his involvement in it. So I felt like he definitely had a bit of a role in that. And then you're gonna sit your ass up there and vote for her to leave when you are partly the cause of that. But at the same time, I don't think he should have to take full responsibility for y'all actions at the end of the day. So I definitely like understood where both sides were coming from, but putting everything on him, I ain't really agree with that part.
I don't necessarily feel like she put everything on him, but I felt like he didn't recognize his part in it. Really, he apologized, but I feel like he apologized because people were saying he was wrong. But if you really pay attention, that's some little weasel bitch ass shit for you to do. You knew when them girls was going back and forth that you were the one that put that shit in the laundry, and you didn't say a word, and you let them kick Mariah out the house over this disagreement. And I feel like at some
Oh,
point,
you're
if
right.
you
He didn't say anything about it until after she
No.
was kicked out.
Yes,
You're
Yes,
right.
instead of
You're
trying to
right.
step in and mediate the situation, he
exactly.
Yep.
just sat there and watched it go down.
You're right.
Exactly. And I feel like that made him really like on some bitch ass shit in a weasel. And then when I think about his relationship with that girl, I don't like his girlfriend because I feel like I don't care what you saying. You coming into this house like these girls are acting in a way that you're just so above. And yes, some
Above.
acting
Yep.
cool, but it wasn't everybody. It was really just Summer. So I don't like her energy. It's giving
Mm-mm.
colorism. It's.
It's giving love the black men, hate the black women.
Yes, exactly. Off rip.
Is Amir black or is he
I mean,
like
he's
Drake?
biracial. He's biracial.
Is he like Drake?
He's not like Drake because what he's not mixed with white. He's mixed with another ethnicity that might be considered of color, I believe.
But he doesn't know his dad at all, Amir.
No, and that's probably
Yeah,
why we would consider him more white.
right.
But just off of, appearances, I feel like people negate the fact that, Drake does kind of look more Caucasian. Amir does
Really?
not look
I think
Caucasian.
he looked like a light-skinned
He
black.
look black,
No,
yeah.
of course he looks light. I said more Caucasian. I ain't say he didn't look like
Oh,
light skin. I just said he looks more Caucasian in comparison to like, for instance,
I don't see the more with that nose.
huh?
I don't see the more white with the nose.
Oh no, what you mean? He got a nose job.
Right, and it's still giving black
She's
folks
giving
nose.
black.
No,
It's giving Jackson 5.
Yes, like it's still giving
that's
big,
what you
like
think?
it's still, yeah.
It's
Mhm.
low key giving DJ Khaled to me. Like it's giving we the best, and we might be Middle Eastern. Like I feel like he looks racially ambiguous. Like we know he's black, but if you saw him, he could be Middle Eastern, he could be Latino, you know what I'm saying? He could be a mix of any sort. Whereas I feel like Amir just looks like a black dude. But whatever. Essentially, your mama white. You with your mama are as far as I'm concerned. I don't care what nobody say. Them motherfuckers that got white mamas is different. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, we don't want to compare blackness, but the cosplaying of blackness is my annoyance with Drake more so than anything else. He was on Soul Food being annoying, with the original nose and the afro. So I know he's black. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he necessarily experiences himself as black because he's cosplaying. But anyway, Amir is annoying to me. The girlfriend is giving, I don't want to lean too heavily into my blackness, but it makes me cool. So, I'll try it out for size when I feel like it. That's what happened.
Yeah.
What else happened on this show?
Last
Y'all didn't
thing.
show up for your boy that ran damn that nigga went and run and nobody came. I was like, that's
Oh,
fucked
Yeah, that
up.
was messed up. I like Nick.
Me
and then
too.
he had the audacity to complain, like act like I was up all night. Like, oh my God, shame on you for asking us to have shown up. Nobody asked y'all to be up all damn night.
Also, I don't
Right.
like the fact that they keep acting like he's too touchy when he drinks, and it's really not that deep. The things
Girl,
that we've
say
seen
it.
on camera, I was like, it's really not that deep. Why are y'all over exaggerating the situation?
If y'all
Can y'all
can't
not
stand,
bring
say
just
that.
don't bring Jordan back.
Look,
That's
I
all.
knew you were gonna say
Oh,
Jordan.
I'm
Girl,
tired
I'm
of
gonna
her.
be looking at her in this wig.
It's the standoffishness, always acting like she giving Sadiddy, but you really upset. I was gonna
Say
say
it.
depressed, but
Mm,
you just be like, this ain't the space for you. Like Jordan
Y'all,
needs to go.
it
mm.
took me to fuck out when Amir seen that other girl with the bad wig and a white dress, and he said, "Is that Jordan?"
That's the girl from Love Island. She was from Love Island
Oh,
USA. I forgot her damn name
he said,
from
"Is
last
that
year.
Jordan?" Like, damn, I see two bad
And
wigs and two
then
white
did you
dresses.
catch the girlfriend feeling away? She's getting upset that he's asking if that's Jordan, and he wasn't even asking in a way where he was actually attracted to her. He was just
Uh-huh.
asking like, oh,
Like,
like
damn,
he
they
was
look alike.
surprised. Like
Uh-huh.
she is a damn clown. I don't like his girlfriend. And then when I really don't like and what I'm not gonna like next season is the girl, them putting her too much in a position for her to explain what's going on in the house and her to confront people like she's been in the house the whole damn time.
You
I
see the preview for next week?
yes,
What
If
part?
I'm
if
over her.
if you can't stand her now, Bondi, wait till the preview for next week. Next week, she is going to go up to Nick's girlfriend, Tasia, beautiful black woman. Okay. And she's gonna say to Tasia, apparently some of the ladies in the house have been feeling like Nick is being too touchy. After they've already hashed it out with Nick, they're gonna bring up old shit to make it seem like he's being inappropriate with the women in the house. And it's
Yep.
gonna come by way of Natalie. Natalie
Which
gonna
is
be the one.
You
so
just
fucked
got
up.
here. You don't need to
Thank
go here.
you. And you
Uh-huh.
already feel a way about some of the ladies in the house, like you're already on edge, but then you want to fake and be friendly with them enough for you to take the business and run back to somebody else. Like it's just whack.
And this is why you can't be
And
inviting
Amir
everybody to
can
the
go
cookout.
too.
You can't invite everybody to the cookout. And just because
Uh-huh.
somebody got a black parent, it does not mean that they have the same allegiance or understanding of the culture in the same manner. I don't care what the fuck you look like. Case by case basis, bitch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for Martha's Vineyard. We gonna see what goes down next week, but y'all know what the people want to talk about. Y'all know
They
what the
need to
people
like
want
the
to talk
video.
about.
Oh, like it before we get into the love and the marriage of the Huntsville.
Oh shit, that's what they want to talk about. I wasn't even gonna
Oh,
talk.
what
Is
Girl,
that what they want to talk about? I
I
don't know.
knew about it. What we talking about?
I don't know, but yeah, go ahead and like the video. We'll get into it. All right. I'm laughing because I seen one in the comments say, "Nah, not really."
Nah,
Like,
they right. We don't have to. Yeah.
She the
nah.
bang.
It's only one question I want to ask y'all.
She the bang, y'all.
What's
All I
up?
can see is forehead. I'm sorry, y'all.
Low key, it's two questions just so we can put some truth into the air, which was for me this premiere. I was gonna say pre-union. This premiere was one of the worst premieres I've ever seen. It was
Sheesh.
one of the worst premieres I have ever seen. It was
Girl, you would have never thought the way Carlos got up and walked around that chair.
it
Hello?
wasn't moving me one bit. It was I couldn't stand it. I'm not gonna say much about it because I don't want to talk about it for too long. But as far as in the case of Sonny and Moses, um, I'm gonna say I think that Sonny is wrong on a level of you probably knew this lady's business with Moses, but I'm also gonna say I can't give Sonny too much because I can't go just based off Destiny word. I need more context. I need to know what's going on. She was friends with the man for 15 years, became a girlfriend. And like I said in my review, kind of like when Tara and Amina got into it and Amina threw down the paper and said, I'm his wife. Sonny's his wife now. So what are we gonna do about it? Y'all weren't dating him at the same time. What are we gonna do about it? That's all I gotta say.
I feel like Destiny is trying to create this narrative that Sonny was messing with him when they were together, and that was always the goal for her to get Destiny's man. Like, I think that's what she's trying to do. But I'm always gonna feel like Destiny, my girl, the way you set up your relationship with Martell, I don't know if you have any real room to talk because your relationship with Martell seemed inappropriate to Melody. So at the end of the day, these two people got together when you were not with him. And apparently you were no longer in conversation with her because everybody was acting like you wasn't really talking to her when she got with this man and she married him. And they may be flawed, but who fucking cares? Like, I just kind of feel like if you think you about to come back and whine and cry to us about this shit, it's not gonna hit. And that's why when Carlos got up and walked around that show, I got Sonny and Moses. Who fucking cares?
This the Mari show.
Like, who
You are
cares?
not
Like,
a father.
nobody cares. As far as
For me, I think what's her name, Sunny? I think Sunny full of shit. And I think that Sunny was wrong as hell. I think that being a producer of somebody, you do know the ins and outs of their lives. Shit, bitch, you got more than what the hell we got, and we the damn audience, so we know you knew something. So you were very aware of that lady's relationship and what she had going on, plus other things, and you was messy as hell about the situation. I can't remember what all she said in this clip, but I felt like she kind of contradicted herself. She made it seem like I can't remember what she said. I think she tried to say Destiny was a side chick, but then you turning around, but you calling the quote unquote side chick to give her updates to let her know that, hey, we're dating now, or we're getting to know each other, and it's getting serious. If she was so much of a side chick, then why the fuck did you feel the need to confirm anything with her? And I do feel like she was seeing that man or sleep messing around with that man when that girl was talking to him. And what's crazy to me,
you think she was messing with him when Destiny was?
Yeah, I do because when Destiny did that interview with the Dear Wifey podcast, she kind of talked about how they would play it up like they were cousins.
Yeah.
That girl she been trying to get in on that dude, but here's my issue. Why am I seeing Sunny talk more than I see your weak ass nigga? So while you sit over here talking about something, this my husband, I'm the wife, we the wife. Because if we want to compare it to Tara, Peter, and all of them, Peter ain't treat the next bitch, Amina, no better than what he did the last anyway. So you can sit up there and sit up and say, I'm the wife, all you want to. It means absolutely nothing because the same way you got his ass, you're going to fuck around and lose him too. And why is he sitting on this stage? And granted, we only seen a clip of it. We haven't seen the full thing. Why is he sitting on this stage and you the one with the mic and you the one that got more to say than the nigga that's sitting next to you?
Because she the producer.
She thinks she got the prize. It's because she thinks she got the prize.
And I may not like how Destiny has shown up on the show and her friendship with Martell, but with all of that shit aside, just like on some looking at this situation here for what it is, like, nah, I can't rock with it. I think Sunny full of shit.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say that.
Oh no, please don't misunderstand. Both of them are full of shit. I'm just looking like him and her and Carlos, bitch. Everybody understand. But I'm also looking at Destiny like I feel like you using this to come back on the show. But when we really was trying to find out what was going on in your real life, you didn't want to share with us. So I low-key feel like this is a way for you to come back on the show and still not give, but be hyper focused on a relationship that you can't control. At the end of the day, if them two people want to be snakes and they want to be together, then they can be together. You ain't got to be in their life because they snakes. He obviously has a type because both of y'all look alike. Both of y'all have similar, facial features, big forehead. Like y'all got a lot of. You're cuter, Destiny. You're cuter. Okay, so count that as a win, my girl. But also, I feel like for you to be close with Sunny like that, there was something that you identified with in her. So that's why I can't care that much. Also, I don't know these people. That's another reason why I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, she was your producer, but also you wasn't never giving us nothing on the fucking show anyway. If I was you, I'd been exhausted with your fucking ass. Okay. And as far as this nigga, you brought him out, I feel like just to make yourself look better in the situation with the Chicken King. Like,
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate here again with Destiny because she also said in this interview, and I do believe this, that they were already trying to shop a situation around so that they can get on this show.
oh, I believe her.
And what better person to do that but the producer who is connected to Carlos? So if I'm down on my luck and I ain't got no coin and I'm getting my ass locked up and whatever I got with my ex-husband and I got a fucking child to take care of, if
Yeah.
you want to bring me back knowing that you let me go because I didn't give you much of a storyline, let me slide my ass back because I
Okay.
refuse to let these people create whatever narrative and me not have no say. Don't come on no show that I was on and think that you're gonna use me as a storyline and I can't hop in and say my little piece. Like I'm gonna
I
come in
agree.
and say my little piece and get my little check and hop my ass on. And people may feel like, oh, I wasn't giving them anything. Well, bitch, I'm giving you something now. So what are we doing? You don't have to watch and that's okay. But I would slide in and get my fucking money and get the hell
Yo,
on.
what's the overlap
Yeah,
though? What's the
that
overlap?
makes
There
the
was
part.
some overlap, y'all.
Well,
With
some
I
people were
agree.
saying
I
it
think
was
so.
overlap with Moses and Destiny and
yeah,
LeBerick, but
exactly.
I also somebody was in my comments saying that Moses was married. She
Yes.
said they had been friends for 15 years, and at some point within those 15 years, he was married. So what I find odd is that you end up in a whole ass relationship with a man who you
Come
were
on.
friends with, and at some point in time, you would have had to befriend his wife just because of the proximity. So that's why when I say I
Ooh.
feel like there's more information to be shared, that's why I'm withholding my sympathy. Because on a professional level, yes, Sonny is wrong, but on the flip side, it's more that I need to know. I can't just go off Destiny word and be
And
upset and act
you
like they
know,
was best friends.
and I'm still looking at you and Martell, bitch.
That's a good
I'm
point.
still looking at you and Martell because essentially we all know Destiny came off like she was Martell's bottom bitch.
I was just gonna.
She was involved, she was friends, involved, cool with all of these women that Martell has been sleeping around with. She was also the person that was, I feel like, leaking information that she knew from one person to the next. If she knew something about Destiny, I mean, she knew something about Mel, she was
She
going to tell
was.
Martell. So at the end of the day, I like Destiny, but I also feel like I'm not about to jump into, windmilling on your behalf because these two clowns are trying to capitalize off they whack ass relationship that we don't even really care about.
I mean, that is very true. I mean, you do have a point there.
Mhm.
Another thing about the whole oh, she was friend with this man for 15 years. I do question that too, Necey, because I'm more so, were you really friends with this person? Because you said that you was friends with Martell, but Melody didn't really know you like that. So I'm inclined to believe that y'all knew each other from high school, but y'all may have been Facebook friends, but y'all wasn't close like that till you got ready to come on the show and you was dating his homeboy. So how much of a friend were you actually to this guy, or you just saying, oh, we've been friends for years? And I feel like that's a common phrase that people say, oh, we've been cool, we've been friends for years, but not really. You don't really know this person, of this person. Y'all used to be cool like that, but y'all lost touch. So I'm interested in that too. Like, what's the background? What's the details on that?
Yeah, it's definitely more to be known because I have zero sympathy because how Destiny ended up where she ended up. Because to Sonny's point in this clip, she ended up saying that Moses had been dating plenty of women at the same time that he was dating Destiny, as well as her. So yeah, I don't know about it.
That's
We gonna
crazy.
see.
It's messy.
Yeah, we are gonna see, because I'm inclined to believe that he with you to get on this show. Same way he was with
Absolutely.
Destiny, but Destiny was keeping it private because she didn't want people in her business like a fool. But yeah, that's
I
I mean,
agree.
somebody pointed out how Moses' beard is jet black, and based off that, we can't trust him.
I tell y'all all
Oh
the time.
my
You
god.
Beijing in the beard, you Beijing in the hair. You can't trust this nigga. He wants to be seen. Why are you not
Can't trust him.
salt and peppering like a regular person? Child, even Carlos be looking good with the salt and pepper in the beard.
Not even. Not even.
He be having his titties out, and I ain't want to see that.
Oh, okay. Last thing we're gonna talk about. This was me all week with the drop after drop after drop after drop when it came to Kendrick and Drake. Not only that, JT and Sukiana wanted to get into the mix, but I couldn't even dive down that rabbit hole today. But let me play this little TikTok that I saw. I thought it was cute.
That shit was incredible, man. Kendrick won. Kendrick won. I don't
Bro,
give a
check
fuck.
your phone right now. Drake just dropped.
What? Are you serious? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh, no, that's it, bro. Drake won. Drake won. That's the end of it, man.
Bro, check your phone. Kendrick just dropped twice.
What? How did he twice? He's already, but he didn't even, did he eat lunch? Oh, bro. Kendrick won. Kendrick won. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
Bro, check your phone. Drake just dropped.
Bitch, I haven't slept. I haven't slept in like 3 days. Maybe if I don't put on the headphones, they'll take a...
Check your phone! Check your phone! Kendrick just dropped!
Okay.
Do you remember if you were conflicted or not?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
remember
I
if you were conflicted or not?
Kendrick won and there's not allowed to be any other songs.
Drake just dropped! Drake just dropped on your phone right now!
Drake won.
Kendrick just dropped!
Okay.
Hilarious.
Literally, that's what it felt like. But I'm gonna make it clear. At no point in time did I feel like, oh damn. Yeah, at no point in time was I like, damn, Kendrick can't respond to this. The whole time I was like, Kendrick, please stop. Kendrick, spare him. Oh my gosh, Kendrick. That's how I felt. Kendrick. Oh my gosh, y'all. He told that man to die. He said, die, so there would be a better use for your money. He said, he wrote a letter to Adonis. He said, I'm sorry about your father. He talked about the girl that the Drake's alleged daughter that nobody knows about. He talked about Drake had people in his camp that's after him. He said, I think Compton gonna be your last stop. Oh my gosh. I
kept calling that nigga Crody. That shit was hilarious. And then this is the body that really took place outside of Kendrick reading Drake about who he is as a cosplaying biracial man that uses black people to catapult himself and then runs back to whitehood. He does that. And Kendrick called him out so bad in Meet the Grams. To me, Meet the Grams was really the coup de grace. Everything after that was just for fun and to kill you on the charts. And that's all that shit y'all be talking about, right? Always talking about the charts and how much somebody sold. Well, not like us. It's charting like a motherfucker. OVO. They didn't turn it into a dance. So he definitely won. He won lyrically. He won when it came to overall rap skills and personals, and also the just the overall, I feel like, configuration. And I think when Drake came out with the shit, Kendrick was quiet for a little minute, and then he just hit him up knowing, because he was warning him. In one of them songs, he was like, hey dude, don't make me talk about it, don't make me do it. And Drake still wanted to get up there talking shit. Then Drake talked shit. Look, somebody said Metro Boomin came out with a motherfucking instrumental for some people to eat your ass up on. Like,
yeah, he did.
To me, Drake is at a point where, because he is getting the white kids to buy his music, he feels as if he's at the top of hip hop. And at the end of the day, like, that's not how any of this works. There is always somebody in hip hop that is a better rapper, and there's somebody that's outselling him. So Drake is the artist that, yeah, you make good music, but essentially we all know you're like an industry plant low key. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really authentic. And we've learned that over time, but we've allowed you to get away with it because you're good at the music. But thinking you was about to really get into it with Kendrick's vile ass, his intelligent vile ass at that, his, like, I feel like more authentic in hip hop, the way he goes about writing his music being an extension of his experience, not just about money, but about how he is rationalizing the world around him in a real way. He was going to eat you up. And the fact that you thought you were going to win just shows how your ego was completely out of pocket.
I feel like Kendrick really stripped Drake apart. It was just really comical to watch the whole thing. It was like better than any sport that we have gotten on television. It was like the absolute best. Watching this tennis match go back and forth from who's dropping. It's so funny, speaking of drop, that we went from Drake saying drop, 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 drop a 50 bad 29 for the thought. And then next thing you know, we're hearing, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the reason why. Like that is what it was giving. And I fell out. I thought it was the most funniest shit ever. I could not believe that I was witnessing real time Drake bowing out of this battle because he could not take the fact that people are literally singing a song about you and your boys being a PDF file. Like you really cannot like they're playing this music everywhere. NBA games everywhere. Like it's all over the place. And I mean, like Kendrick ate him up, like Bondi said, lyrically, knowledge wise, because I loved how he taught that Atlanta lesson, and how he's coming through using the town folk to get up coin, and it was the execution, right? So Kendrick dropped that on like that. He put his little verse out or whatever. J. Cole came out. Shout out to J. Cole because he knew what to do. He apologized and he killed.
Okay.
Here go Drake dropping push-ups, and you over there. Then you go and do an AI song, and then get permission for it, begging to drop, and he didn't say nothing. That man said he waited the entire month and dropped on the very last day because he knew we were going into Murder May. And when I say he ate you up for
Gemini season,
and he said he had a lot of songs. I think he said he had 10 more. He already told him the rabbit hole goes deep. Like, I'm not trying to do this to you. You said it's a friendly competition, so we should keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? But you wanted to keep bringing up that man's wife. And Drake, a lot of what happened, you did it to yourself. Talking about some damn slaves. Are you okay?
Yeah, he said his music sound like Free the Slaves. I'm like, your writers got all this off Twitter.
It just made like Kendrick ate him up, read him down. He told you better not ever bring that over there. What he said, Oakland gonna be your last stop. You better not ever speak on Serena. Like he just ate you up, baby. Like, and Euphoria. I think I slept on Euphoria, y'all. I banged like Euphoria has been on play for like the last two days. What I did was I went and I started listening to everybody's disses all over again. I started with Like That, and I was going back and forth between both of them. I said, damn, this was a good battle. I'm gonna give it to you, Drake. Like Family Matters wasn't bad, but that slave line, and then you kept mentioning his child and talk about that child might be Dave Free. Shake that ass for me. Well, he said, bend over, let that coochie breathe, shake that ass for me, shake it for Dave Free. Girl,
that shit was funny. No, and that's what I'm saying. It wasn't that Drake completely lost. He was boxing, but essentially he got knocked the fuck out around Not Like Us. Like I feel like
it was giving Devin Hangley. It was giving Devin Hangley and that other dude.
He tried.
Listen. To me, I don't care what nobody talking about. Yes, at the end of the day, you know what I didn't like though about the battles, and I didn't like it when Quavo and Chris Brown did it because I feel like it was more, it was like a lot more apparent in their battle, but the using of the women, you know what I'm saying? Like the using of the way y'all abuse women in the battle, like between one another. Like one person is calling out somebody for being a pedophile, and the other one is calling out somebody for being abusive to their old lady. And when Chris Brown and Quavo did it, I felt the same way. I felt like that shit was even more fucked up because we know the women that they talking about, and they was just, they was just totally disrespecting the fuck out of Karuchi as far as I'm concerned. Because like if somebody really like victimized by a nigga and he put her in a song, it re-victimizes her. So like that's what I was thinking about. Like you push that lady down some fucking stairs or some shit like that, and you got the nerve to want to put her in a song, like leave her alone. Like that's how I felt. This situation, I felt like we can't really say whether Kendrick is abusive or not, even though I feel like if you listen to Kendrick's music, there's some of that in there. That song that he got with your girl from the TV show. Remember the dance TV show back in the day, y'all? That we used to watch on.
So you think you can dance?
No. The one it was scripted, and the cheerleaders and the
you talk. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Her.
Taylor. Oh, Taylor. Yeah, the one. Yes. When she was cussing him out.
Exactly. So that song, if you listen to that album, like in that song, to me, it depicted the toxic shit that probably goes on between him and his old lady. But it's something he's also like being introspective about through the music. So it has its value in our society, where a lot of the men who listen to his music probably go through these same arguments with their women. You know what I'm saying? So to me, as a whole, Kendrick's music is just more reflective of who he is and honest, versus Drake, who we got to worry about around the young girls. Like we got to worry. We've seen it. We've talked about it. I mean, and then he tried to act like he planned it, the shit. And I'm like, my nigga, please, you ain't plant a motherfucking thing. That was a nice try, though.
It really was. That man had to bow out, honey.
His whole that last song, there was an actual line where he was like, I don't want to fight with you. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I was like, yeah, you bowing out, but you're gonna have to like pretend like you not for your fans. But essentially, even the tone of his voice in that song let me know that he was done.
Yeah, he was tired. Yeah, for sure. And then he
Hmm.
told me something. I would continue if you had actual facts, because all of the stuff that I say is facts. And it's like, is it facts? Because you didn't even quote one of his songs, Mother I believe it's called Mother I right. You didn't even quote that right. So are you sure you have facts? And then it was the Drake fans saying how Kendrick needs to prove that this man has an outside daughter or whatever the case is. And I'm like, well, then Drake needs to prove that that man's child is not his.
Mm,
So make it make sense.
right.
But yeah, he lost, and it's okay. It's funny to see the industry people try to shuck and jive for him though. And for once, Joe Budden finally kept it real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
no,
that
for real.
all the way. All the way.
Xavier B, sweetheart, you're wrong. Let it go. You're wrong.
Oh
He didn't bow
goodness.
out. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Yeah, he definitely did. That was a low blow, and that was a
right.
weak comeback to talk about his assault. That's
I keep telling people in rap battle, like, because Nicki did it with the dead mama thing. And it was another line that I feel like somebody did where it wasn't a line, but it was them like, oh, don't make me bring up your eviction. When things happen to people in this life that happens to everybody and has nothing to do with them making bad decisions or not, using that as a way to make fun of them is lame as fuck. Somebody's molestation, somebody losing their home in a bad economy, like none of that shit is like rib worthy. You rib people on the decisions that they make, the mistakes that they make, their own stupidity. You don't rib them on their mama dying and shit. That's why it
right. That's
wasn't
crazy as
clever.
fuck.
Right. It's not clever. It's not smart. And at the end of the day, if it is true, it's fucked up and it has no real intrinsic value in a rap battle other than to be nasty.
Yep. Mhm. Well, I would say that's the end of that, but who knows? Who knows? I hope it is. I hope Kendrick spares us. And Drake, because I couldn't take it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is
They said
amazing. But
the
at the
other
same
song, and
time,
I was like, I don't care no more. I can't take no more.
uh-uh,
Please, I've tapped.
I'm tapped out. Well, all right, y'all. That's it for tonight. I hope y'all like the show. Be sure to follow us on social media at Ooh Ladies First. You can follow me at Necey Dixon. You can follow Jamie, that's me, and Bounty Blue. Share the video with friends so we can all be
Wait,
friends.
wait, wait, wait,
Like,
wait.
yeah.
Wait, before we dip out, somebody mentioned something in the comments, and I did want to see what y'all thought about it. You know, everybody was acting like this battle was only on wax, but then Drake's house got shot at, and one of his stores got vandalized. Is that correct?
Girl, yes, that was
Yeah.
in
Mhm.
my notes. I was actually supposed to talk about the shooting. Um
So
the
that
shooting. They
yeah.
said that they don't know if that's connected to Drake. They think that it has something to do with the
Mhm.
weekend.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, damn, you don't know who to pick. Kung Fu
Not
Kenny.
Drake, to Kendrick. They think it has something to do with the weekend.
Yeah, yeah. And Kendrick had a line where he said that he have so many ops, he don't know which one that the shots could really be coming from. And then for that to actually happen, child, Kung Fu Kenny's winning.
It was something else I wanted to do too. I wanted to read these super chats. Didn't want to do them dirty. I forgot. Okay. Queen Paradise says, Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy. God bless. Thank you. And then Twins Vanity 96 became a member. Shout out to you. We friends now. And then KD, can't read the rest, said the hair sucked at Met Gala. They need to tap into the Bronner brother stylist. Janelle
Mm,
Smith would have killed these looks. Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
talk about it.
Um Okay, literally Lynn says, "Hey ladies, please review Donald Glover, laughing my ass off."
Somebody said he
He
looked
looked a
like
mess.
Baby Daddy.
You
It's
know who
like,
also looked a mess was Usher Raymond.
You think
Well,
so?
I liked his outfit, but I couldn't get over the fucking hairline and not in the concealer. It was horrible.
it's been too much makeup lately.
I've been seeing it back to back, and I was just like, whose fault is this? Who's getting fired? Somebody needs to get fired. Um, okay, and then Yoli C just sent a super sticker. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Okay. Anything else, y'all?
Nah, that's all.
All right. We're gonna see you on the next one. Bye.